We're live, bro.
All right, man.
Yo, get off your phone. That's rude.
We early, dog. It's early.
Kind of weird point of you watching
Alrighty.
anyway.
We're live.
Mind your business. I'll fight you.
I mean, but she's got
Alrighty.
no arm, bro.
We're ready to
Like,
go.
She ain't got no arm. I'm gonna get that update right quick, and then I'm just gonna be like, yo, we live, baby.
Just muting everything. Okay. All right. All right, go ahead.
Hooray.
he's still watching his weird armless porn.
You guys can go. It's fine.
Just send it to yourself in a messenger and look at it later.
Listen, man, don't talk about my fucking porns and shit that I watch. It's nobody's business.
Well, then don't do it on air.
I'm not on air doing this. I'm
You
not
are.
even on porn.
Uh-huh.
Jesus,
Not
man.
anymore. Hey, look, it
James.
was weird. She had like one arm. She was like using her friggin' prosthetic to spank his ass. It was really weird.
Wow.
You better stop before you upset that whole community.
All right.
What's weird about that?
Nothing's
What's
weird.
the
I
name
don't
of
know.
our- What's the name of our podcast?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Our podcast is what?
Yeah, with all disrespect.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying we don't want to
I'm just-
we don't want to hurt no feelings.
It-
Any suggestions? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
For like a specific one.
Comedy is comedy.
There's this one with this girl. She got like real dark hair. You know what? I'll link it to you.
What was the one yesterday?
No.
no,
No.
I
No.
want to know.
Hold on. Wait. If he drops in the chat, we'll talk about it. But if he doesn't, I'm not saying nothing. Because I can't be putting nobody on blast without them seeing it first. That shit was funny as hell, though.
My bad.
How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
Oh, wow.
I worked.
What?
He did.
Yes.
Damn.
So I decided to work this year because two of my clients had family members that passed this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
So because they wouldn't be spending it with family, I figured, well, you can spend it with me. We can do it somewhat like a family. So spent time with them, made sure that they can actually smile for Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow. You're a sweetheart, man. Can you tell people what you do for work? Don't tell them where you work, just what you do.
Take care of some people are mentally challenged. Other people have people dealing with mental illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's an addiction center where we work. Me and James work for the same company.
What do you need to? What's your next move here after we're live for a while?
This?
Yeah. Anyways, so me and James work for the same company. There's like an addiction center. Then we deal with like mental illnesses. People who live in group homes. We show them like lively skills so that they can hopefully someday live on their own, and if not, they can have skills to know how to live as most independent as they can.
Cool. Yeah, I worked there for I think it was like 5 years or something like that. But it's one of those jobs that you're impacting someone immediately, and you are one of the, or if not the first line for them. You know what I mean? I feel like it's one of those jobs that build character right off the bat. You know what I mean?
You're either built for it or you're not too.
Yeah.
You know exactly. Like,
Man, oh man, there was one house that I worked at. Excuse me. Where, like, I'm not gonna say no names so I can talk about the situation, but there was a client that was overly sexually stimulated.
Oh,
But she was on the younger side, so it's not who you're thinking. But you might know this one though. And there were times where she had to have a one-on-one, and whoever was running that floor on the at that job. So it was one person who was dedicated to working with her, be a guy or a girl,
Right.
didn't matter. And then whoever else was on the floor would help or oversee the whole thing like their regular shift. And this was my first day there as a what do you call that when you not interview, but they kind of just like show you around, like shadow somebody.
yeah.
They were like, yeah, he's gonna be downstairs with her, and I was like, huh?
Oh, the orientation.
Yeah. So I'm downstairs with this client for like 4 hours or 5 hours, and the whole time like I could just see like just looking. I'm just like, and there was like one, maybe 2 times where I was like, oh, she about to get it. Like
She gonna take
she
me?
like, her hands started moving. I was like, oh shit. So I'm just crossing, covering up, yo.
No.
But so I mean, like this is obviously there's moments where it's like stressful and stuff, but then there's like moments you find the humor in later or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I would have been like, yo, the bitch me too. Oh, she fucking me too, me, bro. Like
like the funniest thing me and Jay is like, I'm a bad bitch. Like Trina.
Oh my god, that shit is so funny.
But like, yeah, like
There's
those are
so many
moments like
inside
that.
jokes, like,
Yeah.
in that field. It's so great.
Yeah, it's one of those fields. Like I said, like it's just you get the immediate like love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that you can see what you're doing with these people long term, like you can actually see the difference in life.
Let's pull that mic up, bro.
Yeah.
Let's make sure let's get on it.
And like Corey was saying, there's so many like different programs and houses that we do, like that are like so vastly different. There are houses that you just know you're not built for. I've worked at places where I'm like, oh, I'm not coming back there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's a couple like that, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the community sense of it all too. You know what I mean? Where it's like everybody who took part in that. They're all there for most of the time the right reason. You know. But yeah. I mean, that kind of sucked that you had to work. You get a plate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys cook there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
James' girlfriend and my boss did most of the cooking over there.
I don't like labels, bro.
Oh, I'm telling you. That's right, because he couldn't drink last week, so he doesn't like labels this week.
No, fuck you.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
But I'm not. What about you? How'd yours go? You do any like how'd you guys see each other? You go house to house? What happened?
Yeah, I went house to house. I didn't get to our house until like 7.
Oh, okay. Surprised that Ma was done cooking early.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Was she?
Yeah, she called me. She called me when I was getting out of work.
That's blasphemy. That's a lie.
She called me and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm done cooking." I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta go throw my roast in and all this other stuff." And she's like, "Oh, I'm done." I'm like, "You're done at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the you're not in the
That's when
afternoon."
she started the night before though.
Yeah, I had my greens going, bro.
Ooh,
Oh, y'all gotta
so
try my
good.
greens, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I'll try some.
So good.
Yeah, but so how'd it go? Like, how was the difference in foods?
Oh, it's crazy
They
different.
had ham.
Like
But we do ham on Christmas though. Like,
so
that's
you walk in eating like you walk in and they have appetizers out.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just and
like
like,
there's like
and then-
a
Cheese and
devil egg.
crackers.
and,
Devil egg.
and her uncle is like one of my
Would you like a
favorite
double
people
egg?
because like he comes and is like,
What's in it?
"What are you
Oh.
drinking?" I'm like, "What?" He goes,
What are you drinking?
"No, just wait right here." He gets a cup and he just like makes me like this amazing like cocktail. It's amazing.
Oh wow.
It was
He bartender, or he's just into drinks and stuff in general.
you know, he just like he does like his
He's
own
an
research and
alcoholic.
stuff.
That's cool. No,
So like
listen, we ain't got label shit, man.
I drink it and I was like, "Oh, this is like holiday beer." Like I don't know how to like you drink it and you think, "Oh, holiday."
Christmas trees?
Yeah, I got a question. Is it beer and bear or bear and bear or beer and beer?
Isn't it beer?
It's beer and beer.
Isn't it 2 E's?
But when you said
Beer?
bear, I knew I thought
Beer.
the animal. And when you say beer, I think a drink.
It's beer. BEER.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Beer,
Like-
yeah, and
Is
then
it-
bear,
Is it? How did you say it?
bear.
What is it? Weird.
Weird,
Weird.
weird,
It's weird.
weird, yeah,
WEIRD.
yeah, weird, weird.
No, it's only
yeah.
spelt weird. It's not pronounced like that.
Nah, yo.
Okay, sorry. There's a tandem. I didn't mean to.
But yeah. So you
He did say bear though, right?
He did.
I don't know.
You did. Okay, go ahead.
I probably did. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
But
bare ass?
yeah. So you eat and then like
What?
Bare ass?
they like.
Okay.
Roar?
And then when you get to like dinner, they serve it in courses. So it starts up, and then you take a break for like.
Was there a lot of
45
people?
Yeah.
Damn.
For like
45
45 minutes.
minutes? You want me to stop eating?
Relax over there.
And then you get to the main course and you eat.
What that guy call you that time?
No, Brianna, you don't stop eating because the appetizers and stuff are still out. You can still snack and stuff. What are you talking about?
All right. So was there
Wait,
a
so
lot of
what's the
people
first
there?
course?
What was it? It was.
Little pass rounds and stuff like salads and things like that
It
too.
was
Cheese and crackers?
Think about when you go to a restaurant,
It
dumbass.
was like
Olives on
this
the
really,
top?
really good soup.
With
I don't
soup,
know the
yeah.
name. I don't know the name of it, but it like had like meatballs in it. And
Oh,
everything.
Italian wedding.
Italian wedding.
Yes. Okay, that's what it's called.
I was right with it.
We should
And then we
play.
had
Who was
How
cooking
you
all
say it
that?
for the Italian?
the all of them. They
Yeah.
they all do it. The aunts and everybody.
Oh, go ahead, throw it out. Okay.
And then they had
Wait. Oh, that was Lucas who asked that. I didn't even realize.
my favorite
Is he
thing
still
was
here?
like this
I love you.
yam
I
souffle.
love
I think
you.
it was called
Yams. What?
yam souffle. It's like
I will punch you in your throat if you tell me that shit had my marshmallows on top of it.
It
no,
did.
no, it didn't.
I'll
It-
put
it-
you in your fucking throat.
Brown sugar.
Yeah. Oh, you know what they did? They probably just whipped it up with baking soda and stuff to make it real light and fluffy.
I don't know, y'all
Baking
guys,
soda.
but y'all guys know I don't mess with yams. I think that might have been my favorite thing, like at that table. It was amazing. Oh no, I lied. It was the eggplant parmesan. That was my favorite thing.
It's just funny sometimes you get like, good messages.
And then
or memes
after we ate, I
through a
went upstairs and
text
took a nap.
message. Remember those text messages? Because everybody's too quick with their Instagrams and Insta messages and
DMs.
what's it called? What you call that? Facebook Messenger and all that. Remember AIM? Like AIM kicked all this shit off. Like, I don't know.
The darkness become that guy. Back in my day, we only had.
What do you say?
So he's been talking about this on his Facebook a lot.
Let's make it happen.
Do you stay in a relationship with a cheater?
Depends on the depends on the circumstances of your relationship.
No, I take gaming very serious.
You're so stupid.
Dumbass.
So here's the thing, right? As what I learned over my period of time with all like relationships that I've been in, it all comes down to circumstance and it all comes down to the personnel, right? I'll never be able to speak on someone else's relationship because I don't know the shit you've been through. I don't know the shit that you put them through, right? Now, it also comes down to how heavy or how important is this person to you in your life. It doesn't matter that anybody else around you know what happened. So what I would tell you is that if you sit down and really think about it, do you ever see yourself being able to fully forgive and trust? If not, walk away. Do you ever feel that, say down the road after you break up, would you be able to be friends with this person again? If not, walk away. If you're able to at any point cut off and be okay, do that. Because then later you won't have that what if. But if at any point this person is worth it, like where you feel you want to keep going and explore it, or say you guys been together for 15 years, 11 years, got kids or something like that. There's all different types of things that take part, but you got to remember though, the most important part is your happiness and your sanity. You know what I mean? You can't compromise yourself once they made their decision, be it, a one-off or they actually like try and build up some sort of a rapport with the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, let me ask you guys that. What's worse to you? Where the person starts a conversation with them and then they become friends of some sort and then bang bang, or is the one-off and done? What one's worse, or is it the same?
I think it's.
Well, that's
I think
almost
it's
like-
the connection.
I
The
think
connection definitely is worse to
It's
me.
worse.
Yeah, because that's almost like him becoming a side and
What? Wait. So the worst one is what?
Them building a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One and done.
Well, no, it's not
One
about
and
a
done.
relationship, just a rapport
Yeah,
where you
okay.
Okay, but
you
a
talk
rapport
back and
is-
forth.
A
That's
rapport is some sort of.
no, I agree 100%. You know why? Because you bitches are emotional first.
Yep.
It's true. It's
I
emotion
said-
first,
It's
100%.
emotion first.
Anissa said if she's cheating with a billionaire, bring that money home.
For
to
real,
me.
bring that. Yo,
That's
bring them
different.
here.
That's
Bring them here.
different.
Yeah, that's different.
Listen, I'm gonna be like, you want a sandwich? Well, so yo, sometimes when you turn it this way, you gotta light her ass up. High five.
Your child's at the door.
What happened?
Sugar, come here.
Don't let her go past that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's twisted here. Oh, so what's
Justin said, does it cancel out if the other one cheats?
it's like if you both cheated?
No.
Two wrongs don't make it right, and if anything, that shows you. So who cheated first? Two wrongs don't make it right. So if it shows that one cheated and then the other one went to cheat, that shows that there's no respect there. There's no love no more. Love is lost
Yeah.
because like you hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you. That's never a good thing to have. You know what I mean? And if anything, you think about it. Don't you think that cycle would just continue over time?
And I think
Well,
What you need to do is get you a woman that don't mind you going out there and having some time with someone else. Just make sure on your end you don't go and be physical and then emotional. If it's just physical, just be physical. Like at some point you need to be an adult in general and be able to have the sit down conversation with your significant other if that's what you're looking for.
I think men get really caught up in, like in general, right?
Oh, let this woman tell us
Yeah,
what we
I'm
do.
gonna
No,
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. So once you, like for me, I was saying, right? I tell you this all the time. No, in
I'm
general,
kidding. Go
I'm
ahead.
saying, Like if you go
Don't
out,
be telling them my shit.
if you do go out, whatever, you sleep with one girl. you
Wear a
sleep with her-
condom.
No, but you sleep with her one time.
Oh, I don't gotta wear a condom.
You do.
what?
Oh my god, I'm gonna fight him.
Anyways, because if you go back, then that's showing me that you liked it. You know what I mean? There's some substance to that. But if you fuck up and you slept with her once, then it's, oh shit, I fucked up.
Well, when I was younger, I used to think, if a person cheats, that's it, just it's over. But now I'm like thinking, sometimes there's a responsibility on you for getting cheated.
Mm-hmm. Like you're not doing something.
Or she told you, hey, I'm not happy. You're not doing something for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they give you the opportunity and you ignore it, and then you got cheated on. Like, I'm not saying up and forgive them.
Exactly.
Like, that's not no way what I'm saying, because they decided that their happiness with you was worth risking.
Yeah. I'm
saying you have to look at what you did or didn't do, so the next relationship you can avoid that situation again. Mm-hmm. And when you said go out and cheat on being cheated, you're not looking at what you did. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You just were like, oh, you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. Yeah. And that's not anyone being responsible. That's just you acting off of emotion.
It's also not an excuse. You said 12 or 13 minutes, I said it's between 12 and 15. My bad, guys. Oh, good. That doesn't give you an excuse to cheat, though.
Absolutely not.
All right, hold on. What about cheating?
If you feel like cheating, if you feel like cheating back on them in the relationship.
Well, hold on. Question. So, if you ever get to that point where you feel like cheating, break up, or have a conversation and see where it goes.
Well, I feel like if you are at the point where you feel like cheating, you already gave them the chance to see where that conversation. And if you just went out and cheated, that relationship wasn't worth it to you in the first place.
I don't know.
If you don't give them the chance to work on it.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. But hold on. Okay,
that's because you already got
cheated. So at any point, all right. So let's. Sorry. At any point, people have been together for however long, and they want to explore other people too. Mm-hmm. And then they talk about it.
That's a conversation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No. I just wanted to see where people's minds was on that.
I think there's something like cheating is going behind your significant other's back without their knowledge.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So if your significant other,
but if a motherfucker say go ahead, then all right then. Just saying.
As long as you abide by rules that were set in place.
Let's say guidelines.
Rules.
Suggestions.
They're not suggestions. They're rules.
I was trying to be in control and shit.
It's not a suggestion. This is a rule.
It's a suggestion.
It's a hint.
But that's why it becomes cheating. If you feel like anytime you feel like you have to hide something, that's cheating. It doesn't matter if you're physical or not. If you're deleting messages or hiding your phone, that's cheating. You're hiding something from them.
Yeah, like if a motherfucker got their phone down like this all the time and shit, or when a bitch walk by, they turn the phone off or something.
What if I just don't want to see my screen?
Just looking at porn.
No,
well, no, Derek didn't do that. He had his porn right out.
Yeah,
nasty
hater.
Yeah.
Not hating. Yeah. This is weird. I don't know if you into that kind of shit.
He said, "Is it wrong for a man to get with a woman with kids and not want to deal with them, or should they be separate relationships? You can't have a separate relationship.
It's not a separate relationship.
You can't.
The man's never wrong.
The kids.
You good answer. You answered that perfect. Right when Katie got in here, you said the right thing.
Kids come with her.
Yeah.
Without you can't have her without those.
Exactly. She comes with children. Yeah.
With
now here's the thing though. Time out, because if you make it clear that hey, I'm just trying to freak a leak a little bit, then that's that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if you guys are just, if she's willing to just bang bang, then you can't.
Yeah, but
that's different.
But also don't get mad when she chooses to hang out with her children over having sex with you.
Here's the thing. That's what I'm saying though. If y'all make it clear, like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're dealing with each other physical. It's not the relationship side where you don't, because you don't want to deal with the kids. Exactly. So that also,
but if
like
you
said,
try to be her boyfriend,
then that comes with it.
You don't have a choice in that. That's not like.
But there is a difference. There is a difference.
Go ahead.
So if you guys are fucking, you don't want to deal with the kids, cool, whatever. If you want to be her boyfriend, you have to have some sort of relationship with the kids. That doesn't mean daddy them.
No, hell no.
Nah. You know what I mean?
That's not your place. You should never do that.
Once you get into the relationship and you guys set boundaries and stuff, whether or not the father's involved or not, then that's a different discussion.
Yeah. Like once it gets like on the heavier side, you'll know when it starts getting like more serious. Then you'll know. Oh shit! Now it's time for me to also be part of the kid's life.
But you can't.
Get you too, scrub.
Yeah, but you can't. you can't try to father these kids if their father's around. That's disrespectful.
But don't be surprised though if your relationship is limited to a certain extent because of these children.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying though. If the question was like you want to be in a relationship with her but not deal with the kids, that's not gonna work out well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But if it's I think we all are getting to a point in life in general where things are that if you can't articulate what you want, maybe you don't need to be with that person.
Yeah,
if you cannot articulate, hey, I'm thinking this, or I would like to do this with you. How do you feel about that? If they say yeah, no, and it's not an answer you want, or it's something you can rock out with, do your thing. Now, like, I think people are so afraid and whatever, they shy away from being like, hey, I like you, I find you attractive, I'd like to have more of a physical relationship with you right now. I don't know about dating, but or dating, but I don't know about being in a relationship with you. Yeah. Dating means to see multiple people. That doesn't mean like, you know, you're fucking the world. It just means you're seeing people. You're out there enjoying your life, having fun. You know, but I'm just saying, it's like people are too caught up on the whole sense of like, oh, it's hoeing. No, how you know you like somebody unless you sample who they are. Sometimes you gotta test drive the car. Yeah. Kick the tires, like.
But it's also different.
Finger the paintings, you know.
Oh my god.
It's also different for men and women.
I never heard that one. Yes, this motherfucker said finger the painting.
Finger the painting.
You absolutely have. I'll tell you what's in a minute.
Okay.
Blue Mountain State.
Oh, okay. I just didn't remember. Yeah, but I mean that's a fun topic.
Anissa said, when it comes to messages, it all comes down to intent. If you're hiding, you're intending something more.
Yeah. It's another thing. Like I said, you gotta just be open as much as you can, and like you, even though sometimes it's scary, you have to be honest. Because sometimes, like I know, it could be you're already in the relationship with somebody, and you don't know how to say I want this now, or I don't want to hurt you, but I know how I'm feeling too. In a relationship, too many people, especially like around, too many people lose themselves in that relationship. Be you when you walk in. While you're there, you can compromise in the sense of you take their feelings into consideration, and they should do the same. But also, in the end, still be yourself. Like if you want to go hang out and play ball with the friends or something, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to go," you should be able to just go by yourself.
Yeah.
Or in general, like to play ball or to the movies or go drink, you should be able to be like, "Hey, I'm going out with the guys, or I'm going out with so and so." You know, you could come if you don't want to come, whatever. Or you could be like, "I'm just going out. It's a guy night."
Yeah, I mean, you gotta also remember, a relationship starts in the relatively out of selfish means in the first place.
Yeah,
I want to be around that person.
Motherfuckers trying to get their nuts off.
I want to be around you. Yeah. Like that was my choice. I did it for me. So at the end of the relationship, if you don't feel like you're a better person or you learned something about yourself, you kind of did it wrong.
Yeah. Yes, and I only say this because in the beginning, before you speak to them, how do you know that you're attracted to them? How do you know it's someone you want to deal with?
So the question is physical attraction important in a relationship?
Absolutely.
That's what it's based off of solely in the beginning. From when you first see them, you're like, I like something about them. Yep. That means that you've seen a trait, or you saw something, or your fucking primal instincts kicked in, and you was like, damn, I'm about to put my noodle in that soup. Yeah. No, that's just me. No. Yeah. Nobody, no one.
Don't call it.
Nobody puts their noodle in no soup.
I gotta tell you right now, don't call it a noodle. It's not a good look on you. Noodles are limp. But
I'm letting you know right now. Fuck it, whatever. I just keep fucking shoving it down there like.
Uncooked noodles aren't limp.
True.
See, yeah, is it dry noodle?
I'm not playing this game.
Look at his face.
I said what I said. Yeah, but what do you think about that?
Of course, that's why when people have relationships that lack sex, things go wrong or don't work out.
Is that why people cheat?
That's different. You forced my hand. You forced my hand. It's like that's not why we cheat. It's just like, yo,
it could lead to it. It could lead to it. Lack of sex in a relationship could definitely lead to somebody stepping out.
Absolutely. Yes. You'd be foolish to think it couldn't.
You know, like I was thinking today, because like I work with like older people too, and like this one guy, he's cool as shit, but I'm just like, when the last time you got pussy? You know what I mean? Like
people have like an aura, like they're like.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah. Not angry,
but
like
dry.
No, like you know, sometimes I just feel like they just don't care to have sex no more. I'm like, I don't ever want that.
No,
like they just seem like, hey, whatever. I'm like, whatever. What?
The words like escaping me, but like they just like
celibate.
They just go through the day. You know what I mean? You just see them.
Just
like,
survive.
Like just going through the motions. Like
just survive. How do you survive?
I mean,
how?
I don't know. I can't even.
Like, how you feeling, man? He's like, I guess I'm happy.
I mean,
You're
I was struggling and straining like 2 days, nothing. I'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
I don't want to die.
Hey, I don't want to die. Yeah, that's funny. But what the fuck were we talking about before? Thanksgiving.
What?
Thanksgiving. We were talking about Thanksgiving. No. You got to still walk us through how the whole setup was, because we were talking about like the hors d'oeuvres and stuff.
Yeah.
Then we got that was good. Those good topics, but it's just like
Kind of.
we would just keep going like for the whole time, and I'm
What?
Wait, what happened?
Is it okay for a woman to lick your asshole during marriage?
That's your asshole, bro.
Why do you have to be
Why do you
married?
have to be
married?
Dang.
Oh man, yo, see, he one of them hold out motherfuckers. You a hold out bitch, ain't you? I don't do this until I'm married. I'll lick your ass though.
I mean,
There's
there's already a ring
I'll
there.
be like, you can't do mine, but I'll do yours.
There's already a ring there, right? So I mean,
You can't tell my secret. You can't testify against me.
Yeah,
That's why.
that's true.
I'm gonna put it like this: it's your body, yo. If you ain't hurting anybody and she's okay with it, you don't have to wait for marriage. you in get your butthole licked, get your
butthole
butthole
licked.
licked.
Marriage to put your thumb in the butt.
No. We encourage that early. Early and often.
Y'all erased it.
I did.
The thunder thumb? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm making that t-shirt. I swear to God.
I'm just gonna get a sticker for the top.
Yo, you know what? We actually should get one. Like a nice cutout. That's the thunder thumb.
Had like
Yeah, just to fucking
Thunderbolts?
behind it. Like, you know what I mean? Like a basketball team or something.
They all saying what like they want their asses licked.
Oh no, that's not for me.
So
not
hold
for me.
on. So
I
hold on.
Why-
Let's elaborate. If I did, are you judging me?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why does that have to be a bad thing?
And number two, mind your business.
I mean, it's not like I'm tooting my ass.
What?
Oh, this just
What?
guard.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, it's funny. Like, when we talk about, hold on, because like people like certain things, right? Like for me, when I first heard people talk about eating ass and stuff, I was like, I don't know, man. It sounds like you could get sick from that shit or something. But then it just became this wave where everybody's like, yeah.
But I think people
like,
talk
eat a nigga
about
ass, I'll beat a nigga ass. Oh, that's not the song.
She said,
eat the booty like groceries.
that one,
Janae
All the time, all these
Aiko.
girls are like, yeah, eat my ass out, and you're like, wait, what? No, I didn't sign up for that.
No judging.
Wait, but when she said that shit, tell me now, you was like,
Nope.
I might have to go eat a butt real quick.
My nightmare is like you do it in this like corner in your mouth. You're
But
see?
Relax, man. It's not that serious.
Seconds?
He said,
Saved something for you.
Everybody knows it's hard for the body.
Oh.
Yo, how
It is,
come
it
she
is,
can
it
always eat off your dish, but you can't have anything off hers?
But I feel like a lot of people just talk about it. I don't feel like many people that are talking about it, they don't do it.
Yeah, they
I
don't
feel
put
like
their
that's
tongue. They don't put their tongue where their
And
mouth
they don't let
is.
nobody put their tongue there.
I'm under the theory that it's a dominance thing. They brag to their friends about it later.
What about eating some of that?
No, about having a guy eat their ass out.
Like a chick?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Listen, I don't go to these meetings.
Well, that's true. Though.
It's like
it's a
eat
theory.
shit. Literally.
It's
Time
a
out,
theory.
because for some, first off, some people, like I said, like what they like. Sorry, they might be freaky. That's like, you know, some people like that thumb in their butt. Some people like that thumb in their butt.
See?
Some people don't like to get rubbed in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing. It's just
Everybody has their thing.
yeah, exactly. So what's your vice? That's what you need to ask them. Like you look at them and be like, yo,
But
you like your ass eating.
well, maybe not new, but I feel like it's talked about more.
Oh God.
What's this?
Oh.
Massaging the lips?
No.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a lip massage on the vagina.
People having sex
That's new.
on their period.
Oh.
But like,
I'm done with this conversation.
no, but
Bitch, get out.
no, listen.
Yes.
There's been a lot of articles.
Yep.
It's like nasty shit.
Time out. Yo, what's the one line every girl use when they want to try and fuck on their period?
Wait a minute, what you say?
What's the line they use to fuck on their period?
I was about to say, what's the line that I use? I was like, nigga, I don't use no line. Like,
Huh? That's not a thing. I ain't gonna do it.
Yo,
What's the line?
What's the
Don't look at me.
Let's just do it in the shower.
Oh, we can do that.
No, fuck
Listen,
that,
listen,
man.
Hold on. Listen. What I'm talking about
Not like
is
a
like
shark attack.
some
I don't
I don't know
raunchy
if you noticed,
shit.
my shower
On
ain't
purpose?
that
Like-
big.
They're like they like are in the bed, sheets bloody and everything, like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over the place,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
nasty
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, the vampires, bro.
Vampires.
Vampires.
I don't-
Vampires.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not for me,
I-
but if
time
they
out.
agree
Yo,
to
that's
it,
true,
then
though.
more power
Yo,
to them.
would you fuck a vampire?
It's light.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who wrote that?
Anissa.
No, but she fucked me up. I was gonna say that. She fucked me up. Can I help you?
Are you ready for your next mission?
Yeah.
She's gonna have to either play it or
She's
watch
gonna
the
keep
video.
coming back.
Hey.
Come
Turn
here,
around.
come here.
I got it tight to his screen because last time she walked in, but
Yeah.
I it's the same thing though because I've heard a couple people say or like females talk about it, but these girls like talked about it openly where they might be in like an open relationship, like not dating anybody, but two people she's messing with, a guy and a girl, know of each other, and sometimes they'd all get together, do their thing, and she was like, the last couple times that I ate her out, she was on a period, and I'm like, wait, you willingly? Like I was like, I gotta turn this fucking podcast off.
But like I said, if they agreed to it, like more power to them.
Yeah, no, I just know it's not for
my
me.
thing,
Like
bro,
I can't, I break out. I can't be putting my face down there first off.
No. You.
Hell no.
You mean to tell me
What?
that this chick
What?
went down on another chick who was
That's what he
On her
said.
bleeding.
period.
Yeah.
On her period, yeah. Multiple times, yeah.
So she clearly liked it.
Yeah. God.
She wants ice cream.
Mommy, you need to go out there and I'll be right out, okay?
Well, I don't know how long it's on that timer. I can check it if I need. I can do it. Because you're locked in. I'm not. You're in mine.
Yeah, that is just wrong.
I don't know, man. Like, that story freaks me out, but also makes me go.
Worse if she don't tell you.
But you also think about it, and it's like, dang, people are like mad comfortable with their bodies now. And a couple decades ago, you'd get just weird looks just for talking about
Yeah.
like in doggy style.
But you're gonna.
Like,
there's
I'm just talking about the growth.
No, I know, but there's no like. Can you get sick from that?
Look, you can get every time a person eats out a man eats out a woman, he gets a chance of getting cancer apparently. So that's the thing. Who was that? He got throat cancer for eating eating out mad girls. That's a real thing.
Yeah,
That's
that was
a real
like
thing.
3 years ago. That was like 3 years ago. I remember the article.
Guy with throat cancer.
So girls, if you have a
From
man
oral
that
sex.
that'll eat you out, appreciate him because he's risking his life every time he does.
Michael Douglas.
That's an older dude. Nah.
No, it might be him.
It could be him.
I think
Oh,
it is.
whoa.
I know.
You know why he got throat cancer?
What?
Because the bitch had HPV.
That's what
But
it was.
a
That's
lot
what
of people
it
have
was.
HPV.
That's
And
what it
I'm pretty sure
Yo,
he caught it. Right.
He caught it from eating her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look up how many people have HPV.
Shit, like 9 out of 10 people.
Just look it up. You're playing the odds every time.
And HPV can come like random.
anywhere,
79 million people?
I'm telling
Back
you,
then,
it's
that's a lot of
everywhere.
people.
Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
a lot of people.
Ooh. Guys, that's why you gotta go to your gynecology appointments, get checked. You men have to go get checked because y'all like to let us do all the work, and then it's y'all motherfuckers carrying everything. Just
What?
saying.
Fuck you. That's not true. And you know.
Yes, it is. A lot of the times,
What the fuck?
a lot of the times, women catch something is because y'all don't get checked.
And y'all the ones walking around with
That's
this
bullshit.
shit. And
I'm
then
not-
we fucking-
No, we
I'm
go-
not accepting that.
we
get
go
it, but
get
it's
checked.
Our fault. It's
Nope.
our fault. We got the STD because we carry it around.
Because
Because
we
they fucking
go
bad
get
niggas.
checked. We go get checked, and then we're like, damn, all right, you got this.
Y'all fucked the whole.
Stop yelling over each other.
They fucked the whole swim team, and then they want to blame it on us that they got.
Because
You
you.
better
One
watch
of
your
them-
mouth because you
and one
fucked
of
the
them
whole
dirty.
swim team.
Why are you getting upset?
Because apparently HPV is 79 million people got that shit.
That okay, and
You need to go see your doctor.
I ain't doing no with nobody.
No,
so-
I'm just saying yearly.
Yeah, suck my dick. bitch.
That shit can
Don't be
happen.
telling
She
me.
can't because she might get throat cancer. Were you not?
Oh, you're right.
It's the other way.
Not
Wait, I can
Yeah,
do it.
but I don't know.
Oh, throat
I
cancer?
just know that one guy.
Apparently, he's walking around with the shit.
No, apparently.
Because he's a guy, right?
Yeah.
We're over here
Your
walking
little
around
thought
with
boxes.
shit.
No, we are. Everybody is.
Yeah, it's
You gotta be careful.
No, she said,
Bro,
She's
that's
saying that it's our fault that STDs are going
She
on.
said-
Guys,
no, that's not fair.
yeah.
That's not fair.
I'm trying to Nisa.
You want to say it's our fault, but here's the problem.
They fucked the whole swim
A
team.
man,
I said it.
no, percentage-wise, a guy can only have sex how many times in a day? Because we have a cool down.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Women don't. Women can go back to back to back to back. Yes.
Hypothetically speaking, yes.
That's
Hypothetically,
We
what
tired
the
as
fuck you
shit.
talking about? Excuse me.
We tired.
Y'all bitches lay there like a fucking fish, bro.
You
What are you
don't
talking
do the
about?
work.
We tired.
Y'all be
Y'all
doing
don't
y'all be doing this. Oh.
What's just what?
Oh.
Like what?
Oh, that's good.
How much
They're
time
like-
did that take?
Look, if it gets bad enough, all you gotta do,
Huh?
all you gotta do
You
is turn
got
the
that
AC
yet?
on, y'all fine.
Do 3 hip thrusts.
Give them three good ones too. That's too funny. Y'all still talking about? I don't know what happened. I just want to go back.
So
to
James,
that.
that was hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, I want to go back to that and get on some of the topics.
You know where I finished that story, right?
No, because we talked about the soup,
Right.
and then you went to the main course, which was what?
Well, they out several courses.
I thought we finished.
I did it. I finished telling you I went upstairs and took a nap. But remember I told you about the.
You took a nap.
What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go. Why are you laughing?
Anissa said y'all can go more than we can once that shit gets
What's that what?
once that shit gets swollen. It's true.
The cooch?
Yeah.
That's not true. That's full of shit. Because listen, once it gets swollen,
Yes.
that means so you mean one dude is gonna fuck you how many times? Because it's gonna take at least 15 to 30 minutes in between.
But it could still get swollen from
But
that
wait,
one time.
ain't you going 20 minutes before you take your break?
What? I'll be with sandwiches, some apple juice.
Sandwiches and apple juice.
Yeah. Maybe watermelon. Stay hydrated. We out here. Some slice of watermelon or
Fair.
diced. You know what I mean? But
Very
maybe I'm not no banana. Fuck that shit. It helps with the cramps and shit, but I'll rough it out. I think avocado help with that shit too.
I don't really like fucking with avocados though.
Yeah. So
You know, you fuck with the avocado.
I just wanted to be. Let's be clear here though, for real, seriously. There is a cool down for guys. So I'm speaking more of like a. Say it's like, you're in the middle of the beginning of your night or whatever, or hanging out, you bang. Take the guy a little bit longer, but if a guy and girl go separate ways, right? The guy still gonna be on his cool down. This girl can just go to the next spot and go smash.
Yep.
Now I'm not saying women are the ones that carry all the stuff around and whatnot, which they are, but I'm not saying that. You know?
How long does it take you?
There's a
Well, a
reason.
cool down? I think the quickest you can do it is like 12 minutes or something to come back
5,
off of it.
bro.
I think it's 12, and that was like in like Scandinavia or some
5
shit.
minutes.
15 minutes.
Oh, I said 15 to 30 at first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I was watching
I'm trying to remember the word.
1,000 Ways to Die or some shit.
And the guy
And they talked
fucked
about
himself
that.
to death.
The motherfucker had a heart attack for
Yeah.
fucking like 4 times in the day.
Yep.
But was he also a bad?
What is it, like a blood clot or something?
Nah, it's literally like a heart attack. Like,
There's more to it though.
yeah.
I think he was going.
He's
like
older.
Viagra
He was an
or
older guy,
something
too.
Also, though, so.
You just can't be out here shooting up clubs like that. You can't be doing that. Getting all fucked up.
Shouldn't be shooting up.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. Cool. So you took your nap.
Took your nap.
What time did you wake up at, James?
Nah, I'm not worried about that part. Okay, like what else happened?
Did you eat more food?
Like, yeah, what was the
No.
food though? Like, what was the food?
So like I think I told you that my favorite was the
Squab.
What? Oh.
Sweet potato souffle.
Oh yeah.
No, that was good.
Yo,
but
can you
it
actually
was,
Google a picture of one? I just want to see what it like if it's what I think it is.
It was the eggplant parmesan was my favorite.
Oh, this nigga just oh my god.
That's I like that.
Sounds good.
Not a fan.
You're not?
Nah, I think I might be allergic or something because like the back of my.
I had
It look like that, like a pie.
I've had
Yeah,
eggplant
like that one.
lasagna before. That's pretty damn good.
What's that on top? Pecans?
That's
Brown sugar
yeah.
and pecans.
Yeah, I don't respect your game. Whoever made that, I don't respect your game. It's
You didn't,
disrespectful.
you didn't try it.
That's disrespectful when you ate that shit.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
All right, I'll be disrespectful.
Yeah, that's
Go
cool.
ahead.
That's cool.
That's the only way I can eat yams.
That's cool.
Apparently.
Wait.
What?
It's
I don't
better
like
than
yams. I
this.
never did.
Better than this.
That's marshmallows.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Y'all
I
fucking
don't
up
know.
the yam.
Time
game.
out. No.
Marshmallows are for
That's the
dinner.
thing. I was gonna say if you call it a yam, there's a problem. It's a mashed sweet potato. That's what that is. Yam got some sort of a consistency
you have
or
to have-
like a,
No, this was yam.
You gotta see the yam.
they were.
You gotta
sliced
see the
or-
yam
or
pieces.
mashed up.
Mashed up.
Nah, you gotta see
A
the
yam and a
pieces.
sweet potato are the same thing. You're aware of that.
No, a yam is a yam and a sweet potato is.
Can you show the difference between the two because they're literally
They're in the same family.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that doesn't make them the same thing.
Go. They're gonna taste the same and everything.
Yo, what's the yams?
Yams are dry, starchy, flesh, dark, like bark-like skin.
That's not the one. We talk about the sweet yellow, like the same color yams. Like
Okay.
our sweet potato and yams are the same. I don't fucking know. You Google that.
You're looking at the two. No, they're not.
That's not the yams we be buying. Yes.
I don't know, bro. I don't eat them shits.
What's the yams though?
What color was the yam you just ate?
Oh, those just be orange.
What
It
color
said
you-
most likely all yams and sweet potatoes that you use from the grocery store are sweet potatoes. Often the copper-skinned sweet potatoes are referred to as a yam or sweet potato yam, and they are firmer versions of sweet potatoes.
These are some.
Sweet potatoes with the lighter skin and yellow insides are softer.
So sweet potatoes are yams, but yams aren't sweet potatoes.
Yes.
Okay, so back to the what else?
It was good. All right.
Okay, no, that's fine. You could have liked it. So you said eggplant parm. All right.
His fave.
What else? What do you have for like sides?
It was.
Shit. Bro, there's a lot of stuff.
Did they make colored greens?
I don't think so.
Oh, sorry.
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, they had stuffing, right? Dried stuffing and stuffing that they made in the turkey. So they had two different.
You know I called them colored greens, right?
I heard you.
Okay. Go ahead.
So hold on. Now
Kind of
dry
offended he
stuffing
didn't
is
correct
like,
it.
You wanted me
Like,
to
No,
acknowledge?
you're fine.
like just the bread and no.
I almost brought a
made.
piece of bread in here right now. and them
No.
chips done.
Like it was like legit stuffing, but
I know.
it just wasn't cooked in the turkey.
I know.
Yeah. What's the difference between dressing and stuffing?
The saying.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Dressing
two
goes
different
on-
things. Like
dressing
cooking-
goes on salads.
No, like they call some people call like what looks like stuffing. They call it dressing.
The fuck is
I
that?
didn't know if it was more moist or
It's
dry.
like gravy and sauce.
No, because Italians call tomato sauce gravy.
Exactly.
It's fucking annoying.
It's the same thing.
Okay, it's not. But you're right. I get what you're saying. Okay.
It was a lot of food to keep track of.
Okay. So to wrap it up all together.
Yeah.
Good time.
It was a great time.
Cool.
The drinks were awesome.
What mom made.
Cool. Like regular
You-
shit.
Pretty much the same thing
Yeah.
Derek made here, just her own way.
Ooh.
Um,
I mean.
You sound very aggressive.
I
Yeah,
it
that-
just sound
that-
like you were copying my mother or our mother.
I was cooking
My
Thanksgiving food,
Yeah.
so
And it's really good.
Was it good?
Ma doesn't have a
Woo!
monopoly on
can't
turkey
judge it. I mean, the people
decor.
who tried it, they told me it was really good.
I'm gonna need a plate.
All right, that's cool. We're gonna just
Yeah,
talk
you
to
can go to Ma and get it.
yeah, you can talk to
Yeah,
your
guys.
mother apparently. Yeah, no, but
Ah!
same thing. You know, we did our Thanksgiving here for the first time. You know, probably start the
happened?
tradition and have friends and stuff over, and it was cool. It was a good time.
And so next year, y'all gotta come over too.
Yes. So I'll do the trips like you guys used to do. I'll do. I ain't working next year.
So yeah, no, I mean,
I might work Christmas Eve.
I started my collard greens the night before. I didn't get it until like 12 that night, but I started them the night before.
How was your colored greens?
It was good. I mean, for the first run, they were pretty good.
We didn't have any mustard greens.
Yeah, they didn't have mustard
Our
greens
store
around,
did,
so we
yeah.
only grabbed collard greens. But first off, shush,
What?
throwing out secrets, bro.
That's a secret?
Yeah, cause
My bad.
I'm sorry. What's the dish called?
Greens?
Nah, that was good. Well played.
Yeah, no, but you know, it was cool. You know, instead of doing the whole turkey, did the turkey breast, and I kept that shit as moist as I could as I went. I made a pot roast, like a roast.
Ooh.
I made
Ooh.
well, she made the
It
white
looks so
rice.
good.
The next time around, I think I want to archive it or at least like maybe like live stream it or record it and then like edit the video and put it on. It's like just having like fun in the kitchen, you know what I mean? But
Also, he made his own gravy.
of course, yeah, I got the chicken. I got those turkey necks.
Turkey
I got
neck.
the turkey back,
Turkey back.
like the carcass. And I fucking seared them shits up with some like mirepoix. Who knows what mirepoix is?
It's like what,
I do, but you should like tell.
Nah,
everybody
nah, nah,
else,
nah, nah.
Wait, you guys guess first.
That comes
Yeah.
like once a month, right?
Yeah, sure. What's
Yeah,
mirepoix?
I don't want to show. I'll show you. This is your story.
You right, you right.
Go ahead.
Do you know what it is?
Let people know.
You know what it is?
It's that thing.
You know what it's made up of?
James, tell me.
It's got like herbs and spices. Right?
I'm gonna just.
What is it?
So mirepoix is onions, celery, and carrots.
Boom.
It's clearly French.
It's 50% more onion though, so
Okay.
the onion will always have double what the carrot and celery have. But so I was throwing it in, making that to start up at like the base of my stock. Cause I was making a stock and I let that thing simmer for like probably 2-3 hours, something like that.
More.
No, because it was after I got out of work that I made it.
Yeah, but it was going. I had it going for at least an hour before I
Oh,
left.
okay, yeah, whatever.
When I got home.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think so. Remember, it wasn't boiling when I got
Yo,
here.
be careful when you.
That
tell-
water wasn't
yo,
boiling.
Be careful telling women that they're right. That's like their favorite.
No,
shit
I
to
just
say, bro.
corrected it.
That's their favorite shit.
But yeah, no, it was cool. You know, we had
like increments.
we had a
You
lot
can't
of
just let them
lot
know
of
all the time.
sides too. We had mac and cheese, stuffing.
Yams,
Yams.
rice.
Yep.
Um,
You said stuffing because the
greens.
stuffing was good. That's that
The
stove.
stuffing
That's
is good.
Oh,
that stovetop
you
stuffing.
made the stuffed shell thing.
Oh yeah, I made some stuffed shells too. Which was pretty decent.
Stuffed shell lasagna kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like stuffed shells. Like you put down like the ground, ground. Put down your ground meat with some tomato sauce, Then you throw down your shells. Then you do a layer of like sauce, cheese, like with your ground meat again. It was good though overall. I mean, cooking wise, I mean, I feel like I kind of flew through it though, which was surprising, you know.
Actually, what he's saying is he ordered out. Don't.
Next time.
We're
We're just gonna go to the Boston market.
Grubhub delivers now.
Yeah, but overall, I think I had a good Thanksgiving overall. What about you guys?
He used Uber.
Happy?
Nah.
Satisfied?
I
feel like yours is a little more fulfilling than ours, but it's all a good reason, It's, even though it's your job, but like for your reason behind it, you know what I mean? Like,
purpose,
this is mine.
Yeah.
The fuck is going right there?
Remember you pushed? I thought you was getting ready to. Get this
Oh,
thing
maybe that's what
popping.
I was doing. All right, guys. So, what I have in front of me is a
fucking nightmare.
tequila little like combo thing that Corey bought and brought back from wherever New Hampshire. They were on vacation. He saw this and was like, "Yo, booze. I know someone that like booze. Derek, I'm gonna bring it back for him." And he brought it back. So we're gonna break this down.
You going with?
That's the story he's going with.
We're gonna break this down 4 ways. And sample them all.
As possible. Yep.
Let me show the camera.
Yeah, just like
It's so pretty.
don't. It can't be focused that good over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're good.
They're lucha
They're
masks.
luchadors, bruh. Lucha Libres.
I'm so scared.
All right, so these are tequilas.
Can I tap out?
No.
Puss.
I
These
have
are
one.
tequilas.
Who said that?
Yeah, you ain't never been a bitch your whole life. Why you gonna start now?
Damn, bro.
Apparently, I have been.
Who said that?
You.
When?
That's a-
When?
God, why you ripping shit?
No.
That doesn't count. That's
What I
how you look.
rip?
We don't need the box.
Nah,
It's
that
fine.
James did that shit.
I did not, you liar.
I didn't do that. It was already like that when I just got it.
The lies you tell, man.
You see,
We gotta run the tape back.
They
We
need,
got-
they need women's
We
help.
gotta run the tape back.
This motherfucker ripped the whole
This
thing.
is the worst unboxing I've ever seen.
Nailed it. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be seeing. I couldn't even fuck that box, man. All right. So, this is-
Watch him throw it.
which one's the cinnamon one? You can
The
see me.
red one, you did.
Fuck you. Really? Because this one is fucking.
Yeah,
Not red.
You threw the box that had the things
The
on
red
it.
Can you
one.
just grab that with your long arms?
The red one is the cinnamon.
I believe you're right. I just want to make sure. All right, so Cannibal. No. Just look
The
at
side, on the side.
All right. Blanco. The appearance is clear, crystalline, and a light body. Aroma taste is smooth, dry, spicy, and fresh. Fruity.
Fruity.
Yo, how you say this, James? You took Spanish for a while. Anajo?
Yeah, there you go.
Ain't no hoe.
Okay, show me the front.
That's in Victor.
Bigger.
I was a D.
Añejo.
And
I
añejo.
got a D in Spanish.
Añejo.
Let's not go with that, bro.
The appearance is deep. Orc. That's it. Orc. Yes, orc. I can read. Golden shaded and full body. The aroma and taste is woody,
I like the
smoked
full body.
agave, roasted
Ooh, I
and
like
smooth.
agave.
For real, right? Remember those wings,
Which
bro?
one's that one?
This is this one.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What wings
I
did
mean,
you guys have? Cause
I'll
got
take you. I'll put you on.
Word.
This is Cannibal. It's cannibal. I just wanted to get a little spicy when I said that shit. It says clear
Cannonball.
golden and a medium to full body. The aroma and taste is smooth, anise,
Oh, that's a bad one.
light oak,
Anus?
caramel, and cinnamon.
Corey likes anus.
Love it. Can't
All
get
right.
enough.
So which one do you guys want to go with first? Damn, nigga.
Smooth, right?
No, you want to do the worst ones first. Get them out of the way.
bitch.
The red one. Do the knees first.
Do the anus first.
Do the anus first.
Actually, no, I'll open the red one. I'll be Doug Lesson. No nails. Damn, bro. The Decepticons are coming.
Scared me. Can I smell it?
Sure, you just complain. When I give you your shot, you can give me your.
Derek, don't give me a full one.
Give me your glass.
No, fill
We need
yours
to open this out of
first.
this.
Fill yours first. I'll do mine last.
Just give me. We're gonna go blue first.
We're gonna do whatever.
We're doing blue first. No, we should do one.
We should really just do tastings of these, not shots. Like just taste it, so we got some more for another time.
No.
Brianna, where's your glass?
In her hand.
Give me your glass.
Let's get this done with. No, I don't think you understand. Like,
I'm nervous.
me and tequila are
This
done.
is
I don't like
avocado.
this shit.
This is avocado.
8 o'clock.
I don't know what that means.
Let me start.
We're gonna go back and fill these bitches. Oh, we can probably fill these all up.
We can.
I don't know. That's what I was saying.
So we're about to get like 4 shots out of this bitch.
We gotta save those bottles.
Of course, they're cool.
Yeah, we can definitely get
Refill them, and if anything. Oh no! Stop!
Know what you mean? We gotta get a shot.
Oh, I don't have a chaser.
Listen,
I'm going to get a chaser.
Why are you scared for it? It's only
fuck this
tequila.
shit.
Yeah, that drink that you like. Derek, I appreciate you, bro.
Tequila sunrise.
But that's just dripping. I feel like a fucking.
I appreciate you, bro.
Tequila.
Oh, you don't like tequila like that?
He hates it.
Hate tequila, bro.
You know how many times he came home and was like, Corey, Patron again. Oh my god.
Yo, that be me sometimes. Sometimes I be getting fucked up, man. Patron be punching me in my gut, bro.
Yeah, that shit hit back, yo. Call it
You know, but no lie. Like, so for me, when I go light, it's either Patron or it's Ciroc.
I like Ciroc.
I fuck with Ciroc heavy.
Ciroc is good. I like the coconut.
The one that always catches me on any given night is Jack Daniels. That motherfucker is not my friend.
And
But I got like fucking Stockholm syndrome with that nigga though. I keep going back.
I get it.
I be scared to leave him.
And every time he'd be like, "This is it."
Because he knows.
I'm done.
It's because he says your name better than anybody else. You know why? He'd be like, Derek, don't be a bitch.
All right, let's
I'm here for you. That's how Jack talks, right?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get this.
I can smell.
So this one is the light fruitier one. It said.
Y'all wanna smell it?
Here.
Oh,
Let's go.
It's tequila, Brianna. Do you want to lead us with the fucking chant?
Yeah.
Abra abajo, arriba.
No.
Konnichiwa.
Arriba, abajo.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Arriba,
Arriba, abajo.
James?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
Arriba, abajo, el centro, motherfucker.
Oh!
Yeah, you get the fruit. You little fruity woody. Did you do it? Lying ass. We have 2 more to do.
All right.
It's not that bad. James don't like tequila though. He don't like tequila. You like Patron?
All right. Yeah, with lime and salt.
Oh my god.
Tequila
She like lime and limon. Did you? I think you did it.
No.
All right, fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. Pop it.
Do it. Do it.
Come on, hurry up, man. You
All right,
taking up
I
time.
hate it. I'm even looking at you like you a punk.
We're gonna do the next ones. And we're gonna do a
Okay.
couple segments
All
first.
right, so then let's keep talking.
No.
No,
You
take a
gotta knock
shot.
it down. Let's go.
Damn.
You're holding up the
No,
podcast.
get it down. No, get it down. No, I can't.
Ah!
You
drink.
gave birth and you're doing this?
No, you know what I don't get? She fucking drank a fucking Manhattan.
Ew.
That was a bet.
With who?
Me and Brian.
It was
He bet me I
So-
couldn't do it.
So y'all just giving out Manhattans out here?
Which one we jumping into, guys? We gotta. Let's go with Kids Be Kids because that one I don't really know what it is. It sounds interesting.
Okay, so this little girl.
There. Napkins, take them out.
Huh?
Move the napkins.
Oh.
So this little girl was
a lot of please, right?
Damn.
was told that she couldn't take her class pictures because she had red braids.
What?
She had colorful braids.
Yeah, they were red, and they told her that she couldn't have it.
But
so they
was
told,
it her hair or the beads?
It was her hair.
Yeah, it was hair.
She had it was extensions. It was red extensions, and they were braided into her hair.
That's her
So
hair.
they told her she couldn't take her picture. Originally they were gonna send her home, but instead they just sent her back to class.
So I feel like it's
Oh, yeah.
another one of those fucking stories where that kid was wrestling and they told him to cut his dreads.
Yeah.
I feel like it's similar. Like why are black people or people with
and that's
like
what
when people with like different grade of hair? Why
and that's what her father was saying. Like,
Why does
these
that keep
kids,
coming up?
these white children, no offense, but that's exactly what it is.
That's her.
have
Oh come
their-
on, man!
They have their hair dyed and they have blue streaks.
So-
or
You want me to show you how we can
whatever.
show that?
No,
Or you
I
want to do it
don't
another
know if I
time?
wanna
we'll do it
show
another
it.
time.
Alright.
A good thing though
Yep.
is somebody heard about it.
Yeah, I wanted to
And-
lead up to
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
Because the school was explaining to the father, like, oh no, it's in the dress code that it's in the dress code that kids can't have colorful hair. And the father goes, well,
Is it really though?
explain that to the kids I see walking around with blue hair, purple hair, lightning bolts in their head,
Yeah.
like, and you tell me my
Right.
daughter can't get her hair done. If you like, and he's like, if you told me that before, if like y'all sent out a letter,
Yeah.
we would have told her she can't have them until after the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So this professional photographer hears about this story and he reaches out.
I'm about to put
He reaches out to the family and he was
that
like,
is dope.
he asked if he can take pictures for her. And originally they were like, do you want us to take out the streaks? And he goes, no, I want to take a picture of your daughter being herself.
Look how pretty she is.
But look at that one right there is fucking empowering.
Yeah.
No,
This
the
one.
paint behind it.
Yeah.
That's from the photo shoot.
But that right,
literally.
apparently that's what the guy does though. He goes around and when he hears these stories and he gives these children like that are discriminated because that's what it is for their hair.
Interrupt you real quick, James. Just real quick. That picture has so much emotion. The one with the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For such a young kid.
Share it on our Instagram, guys. We're gonna share it on the Instagram real quick if you guys want to check it out
on Facebook.
On
Facebook.
Facebook.
We'll share it on Facebook.
Yeah, let's do it real quick. We'll post it up. You know, if whoever's in couldn't go look at it.
Yeah, you can go look at it right about
Powerful
30 seconds.
question mark.
Likes, but no, really. She has so much emotion just in that picture, and he's so young.
I wish we could probably find the artist on Insta.
On
Insta.
The artist, like I said, he wanted her to be herself. So he was like, no, I want her to have the extensions in her hair. I want her to pick out the clothes she likes, and I want this girl to just take pictures of as herself, which the school wouldn't let her do.
Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of hearing shit like this though.
Yeah.
Like and it seems like it's
some dumb shit.
But it's over the top stuff all the time. Like even I don't think you got it up there, but when that security guard or police officer that was stationed at the school went and tackled that girl for the milk.
Oh yes, yes.
Like we didn't talk about that, but it's a similar thing because if it was another race, and I'm gonna favor on the white or Asian side, that's not the same story.
I'm pretty sure she was had a mental
illness.
Yeah, and like the thing is in the video, if you watch it, the girl was nowhere near aggressive. She was more on the dismissive side, and that showed you that he felt less than from a child, and you go take it out on a child like that. Man, put some gloves on and get the fuck in the ring.
And you hear the cop telling the principal, "Oh, I'm gonna charge her."
But guys,
with the orderly,
and then the principal,
and like all these threats. The cop is like this. The principal was trying to actually disarm it. But like this cop's like antagonizing and threatening this girl, and the girl's like, "I just want to go home." And you can hear this like baby just saying like, "I just want to go to my parents. I just want to go home."
Horrible.
And this cop is just, they don't see us like as children, and that's not even like me being.
No,
like,
we're always a threat, man.
Yeah.
No, like there's a study. Like they did a study and they were like showing these people like 13, 14-year-olds, and they were like, how old do you think this child is? And it was like, oh, the child's like 14. They're like, oh, 17, 18.
What?
Yeah, look up
yeah, we could look.
They like age us up.
Oh yes, yeah, they did that. Yeah, I do remember that. I think it was the NYPD, right?
Probably,
so you can't treat a child like a child if you don't see them as children.
Yeah, there was a video, and this kid was telling the officer, "Listen, I know I'm driving, but I'm 17. Can you not put me in handcuffs or talk to my mom when she gets here? She's on the way." And the officer was like, "It doesn't matter what your age is." It kind of does. It kind of does.
And like a police stop? Was he stopped? Was it a justified stop?
He didn't turn. He failed to signal.
So it's a justified stop.
It's a justified stop.
Now, why would he put him in cuffs?
That's what I'm saying. What's the crime?
Does the kid exactly?
There's no
You
crime.
can get your license at 16.
Did the cop give him any indication that he was going to cuff him?
He said, "Get out the car, and I'm going to detain you." And he said, "Can you not put me in cuffs to my parents?"
Why are you detaining?
Yeah,
I gotta look into that. There's too much information we don't have on that story. But
I'll send you guys it so we can talk about it next week.
Yeah. I'm just tired of hearing the same shit. Yeah. Like the kid who was dominating in his wrestling match. Then I think he had 2 prior matches that day and won both, and then I think it's the third match, and whoever the fuck the referee or I don't know what they call it, the umpire or whoever, the guy who oversees who calls the fight. Yeah. The guy was like, "Oh, you got to cut your dreads. It doesn't fit." And under your thing, under your helmet. Yo, the fucking helmet they wear has a little square leather patch on the top of your fucking head. That's it.
I dare somebody to tell me that I'm not qualified to do something because of my hair. And tell me to cut it.
There are states that have that
rules
in
and
their
regulations.
They have it
But
in
why
their
are you
legislation.
enforcing?
Well,
Yeah, but why are you enforcing it?
I'm
on one
just
type?
tired of us being shamed
That's what I'm
for
saying.
being us.
Yeah.
I'm
Well-
pretty sure. Yeah, look it up for me.
Why are you
Gabrielle
forcing it
Union
on
just
one
said that
people?
she got fired because of her hair.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Like,
That's fine.
She did.
Time out. In certain situations, you have to fit whatever it is for whatever, right?
All right, and an actor,
So if you're an
and
actor or an
I can-
actress,
I
if
can
that's
get
the
that.
role they're looking for,
I can
that's
see
the role they're
that.
looking for.
No,
I can
How
see
many
that.
times?
Adjust.
that's
Adjust
bullshit.
to the no.
Nah,
Adjust
bullshit.
to the script.
No. It's not a script. She
If the
was a
script
judge on a
says-
TV show.
Oh yeah, that's bullshit.
Okay, that's
But
good.
no, I'm just saying
But
like
if it says that you have long hair,
if we're talking
and
about acting or
you're wearing
something,
an
it's like-
afro. Sorry.
we know there's.
First of all, if you get the job in that part, they gave it to you because you fit that role. So if you got a role as a black person, I'm pretty sure black qualities are what they're looking for.
Not always.
Nah.
I'll tell you that now.
Nah. They have
Because
movies
guess-
where white men play black guys.
Yeah,
you
and
know
then-
that, and are white.
Yes,
and are white.
Yes, but if you got the role, they were looking for a black person. Is what I just said.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Like what?
I just said
That's
it.
not true,
That's not
Alton.
true. That's what I
You
said.
just,
If
you
you
just
get-
said
They
that
have
white
white men play black people in history
Like black roles?
as white
You said-
men.
you
That's
said-
not what I said.
No,
I said if
that's what you
you
said.
got the role,
They
they gave it to
Y'all,
a
all right,
black
all
man.
right. You got to talk about two different things.
Yeah,
then.
they
Talk
told her that her hairstyles were too black.
Who's that? The rapper girl who that? What the producer tried to tell her, let's not be so ghetto. Remember that shit? You was watching it on I think it was like Love and Hip Hop or something. So she was like
Yeah.
she was like Dominican or something.
Oh, the Afro Latina.
Yeah. She was fine as fuck.
It was on Love and Hip Hop about maybe a year and a half
She was-
ago.
I don't know her name. Dark skin.
Yeah,
Curly afro, big
yeah,
afro.
her name is.
I think was she Cuban? She might have been Cuban.
I think she
I
was
don't.
Cuban.
Yeah, but she was like.
But yeah,
she
you know
might
that.
have- Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
She might have
keep
been the
cutting you off.
first Latino person that I ever heard
Amara.
said that they was actually black.
Her.
Yeah, Afro Latina. Oh, I can't wait.
Amara Lanera.
So I'm having Remington on Friday.
I'll be here.
Okay,
I'll try to be
Friday?
here.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to be
So-
here.
And we got a lot we want to talk about with
Yeah.
him, but that was one
Yeah.
of the things that was big on his Facebook. I showed you the post.
Yeah.
What, Latinas?
Yeah, but
yeah.
it was so big I had to call him after I started reading and saw it. Like it was actively happening, and I called him, like FaceTimed him on Facebook, and we talked about it and laughed about it. Now,
Don't go too deep on this.
no, I'm not,
yeah,
because our
yeah.
perspective, I feel like now is starting to shift and sway.
I feel you on this though.
It was different back when we was growing up, and now people want to claim a
Yeah.
certain thing, but you didn't claim it when we was in the ugly struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I won't keep going off of that, but I want to keep talking about how, like you said, in our media and everything, the way that we are portrayed is either in an ugly or negative light, or we're conforming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
want us to
right.
feel
But that's-
ashamed of
but
being
I
that's
will
black.
say
part of
this
it
right
too.
here. I will say this quick.
Is there any news on
No.
I don't think so. One of the biggest sensations and stars of the black community is a female. What name are you gonna throw out? Right now, like she's one of the biggest, if not the biggest.
What's her name?
Patti LaBelle.
No, not older. I'm
What's
saying
her
like
name?
now.
Her,
Now?
Corey,
Yeah.
you put me on to her.
Beyonce.
The comedian.
Beyonce.
Oh, okay. I was
If
going
you go
with,
look
um,
up Beyonce right now,
yeah, that's
her
what I
hair
went
is straightened
Thought you was
and
going with Tiffany Haddish,
pressed.
Yeah,
But
me
that's
too.
part. But that's part of it too.
No, that's what I said. That's the conforming part.
Yep. But she does all this other stuff.
Oh yeah, she's,
No, but I'm
listen,
saying
she's a beautiful black woman. I know she's proud to be black, but when you put that image out
that's what I'm.
to the youth,
Yeah.
they're gonna think, oh, to be pretty, I gotta straighten my hair and
Yeah.
stuff. And my dad fucked up all these shows for me
Yeah.
that I be watching.
Hold on a
Because
second,
hold on, I gotta get this out. Every time I be trying to watch these shows now,
Yeah.
I remember one time Dad walked by and be like,
Why the hair
Fuck.
ain't?
no,
No.
but he be like, damn, why they always be putting these ugly ass black girls on there? They need to get the beautiful black girls that we know exist. And I was like, what? He goes, do you ever realize that they don't put the day-to-day, everyday black woman that you would see? They don't put them. They put the girls that go and get all these lip injections and things that they don't need. Like, he's not saying, like, that's why they're ugly. He's like, they augmented or whatever, and it's no longer natural.
They Europeanize themselves.
Oh my god,
That's exactly
man.
what it is.
Crazy, and I was
They
like, oh,
Euro-
he's so right. Because
they
now I
put-
can't watch a fucking show without being like, why my dad say that shit? What were you gonna say? I think you were trying to say something though. When we were talking about the Beyonce thing.
Oh yeah, so
that's
yeah,
what I was going with.
I feel like, with the Beyonce thing,
Mm-hmm.
she kind of went against what you said that she was doing. When, like, for my example, when
No,
she
no,
went
no,
on there with the Super Bowl performance,
No, it's not. That's not what I was saying though.
Okay.
I was saying more so in the sense where more times than not, you see her with her hair straightened.
Yeah.
You see her taking these like when she takes those big glamorous pictures with the extra long straight hair, and things like that. Like, but don't get me wrong, Beyonce also is a big advocate on black people and being black is beautiful. Go back to Africa and see your origin, know where you came from, and she's from the South, so you know she got them roots. Mm-hmm. She got that deep heritage of black pride. You know, you know, but we also want to. I want to say, and it's not a knock on her. It's just it is what it is. You know, when you do that, like when she does whatever, like commercial or whatever beauty product, and I don't know if that's what they pushing is like we want you with straight hair. Sometimes, you know, at this point, she got enough power to sway. Like I want to dress like this or wear this. Yeah. Because it's Beyonce.
Who's gonna say no to Beyonce?
So
like, and you want to be that line?
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, we're almost like in love with the here and now. We know her track record. Right. We know she's done nothing but good for us. Right. But in the end, when we see that the one time, we're like, damn, you go and do that, and like this little young girl gonna see you with straight hair, so you Americanize. There's nothing wrong with straightening your hair if that's the style you're going with for the day.
It's not even Americanizing. It's
whatever.
It's European. Because America was built off of black culture.
Yeah, 100%.
But
literally.
But they want to hide it. You know what I mean? But come on, like.
Yeah, see, like that's fucking dope, sexy as fuck. Right. But that's what I'm saying, like there's so much beauty in all cultures and stuff.
See, that's
what Derek's talking about right there.
European right there. The other one was more so.
Still got a little. There's a little flavor in that. There's a little flavor in that one.
Right. But yeah, definitely. I see what you're saying.
What did he say? C-Stick say what?
Where's the battle?
All right, Courtney and James. Let's go. Launch up. All right, it's happening right now.
Real quick.
Yeah.
On top of that, the colorism thing.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you can't sit here and say, I love black people. Black women should, love themselves and do all this stuff. And then in the same breath, say that the darker skinned woman isn't as pretty as you.
Right.
You know what's killed me?
Yeah, I don't like that
what kills me? She's pretty for a black girl.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's not a thing.
Yo, my dude, is she pretty or not?
Thank you. Thank you.
So what I will say with the colorism thing, like for me, all right, C-Stick, who you want first, Corey or James? For me, like with the colorism thing, and I feel like it's true. We always joked about it before. It was a joke thing, like light skinned nigga versus dark skinned nigga. Like that always was a joke. But then
I hate my
for guys. For guys, we're like, haha, battle. It's like a little tit for tat bullshit. Yeah. But with women,
no, that's real.
That it's shit, deeper. That shit cuts me, bro. I'm like, fuck, it's like deep. Like that little girl who's crying in the car. This was based off of racism, but it's still the same thing because she was darker toned. The little girl told the little, I think it was a white or Spanish girl, told her, I can't play with you. Your skin's dirty.
Well, that's just and that's
at the park. It was at the park.
Yeah, at the park. But I'm just saying, it's just that kind of shit cuts me deep, bro. Like I don't know how. Like I don't know how. I'll probably snatch someone's little kid up. I'll scoop. I'll fucking throw a motherfucker.
I think there's something deeper than that.
Whose is this?
I think there's something deeper than that.
But you go to the parent, you go to the child.
What about the dark skinned parent that was bullied by the lighter people who has a light skinned baby?
Yeah, that happens.
That's deeper than
it's
I can't
the same
play with you.
No,
that's your mom.
Now. No. The little girl said, "I can't play with you because your skin's dirty."
Right.
That's different.
But if your dark skinned mother hates you because you're lighter skinned, because she was bullied by light skinned people.
Then that's an issue.
Yeah.
That's an issue your mom has. That's not a colorism thing. That's a PTSD and she's fucked up.
It's colorism too, though.
No, but I'm saying, I think there's.
Can you look up a
But I'm saying the first layer of that is not colorism.
It's something else. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you as a mother, you don't hate your kids. Point blank. Period.
Yeah. That's not always true.
Not true.
Can you look
up?
Then
you're not a mother.
Let's look up an article on colorism where someone's talking about it. Because I do want to see a perspective or a situation when we talk about that. Go ahead. Yeah, but with the colorism thing, and I was talking to a coworker of mine, and she was telling me how when she was, I want to say in New Jersey or something, but she never, like the colorism thing out there was apparent. Right. And she was in Catholic school or some shit like that. But I was like, wow. For me, like as a guy, like we always joked about that shit. Like, the light skinned niggas always be making this face, or the dark skinned niggas do this. Now with the women though, like they'll go at it. Like, they'll be like, say the lighter skinned girl has like somewhat a different grade of hair, where it's a little bit on the straighter side. They'll knock it down and be like, oh, you put a perm in your hair or whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, damn, why can't she just had been her?
And does colorism apply, like, does it just apply for, like, darker skin?
It's tone. It's tone.
It's tone in general.
It's any color.
So it applies.
Oh my God, you want to say it's like a white person talk to another white person?
No.
Oh, good.
Like,
always gotta go back to that.
No, because there's a community out there.
Yeah.
That when they
albinos.
When they have split parents, so when they have one parent that's black, one parent that's white, they feel like they don't belong anywhere because you're too dark.
That happens.
So that's colorism too?
100%.
I feel like our cousins went through that.
I don't know if that's colorism because you're talking about a person feeling like they.
No, but I'm saying like.
There's a reason why they feel that way though.
You're too light to be black, and you're too.
Perfect example.
Your daughter.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not because perfect example is Logic. Seriously, no, because Charlamagne the God, love the motherfucker. The guy preaches the best things and everything, but he said, "Oh, you're too whack or whatever. You're too white to say nigga, but you're too dark to use to rap smart or something like that. Not smart, but like the way he worded it was like you're too light to complain about the black struggle, and you're too light to use the word nigga." And I said, hold on, you just acknowledged that his father was black.
Or mother.
You just acknowledge his mom was white.
I know, but I'm saying
yeah, no, I'm talking about Logic specifically.
Okay.
You just acknowledged that he grew up. I think it was Detroit or some shit. He grew up in like a impoverished area, so he's been in the struggle. For me, to use the word nigga and all that, it doesn't always mean race because I could have a white homie or a Spanish motherfucker that live right next to me and was struggling just as much as me. Now, when I say the colorism thing is. How do you say no when Charlamagne is a black man, an established black man, saying no, you are too dark too light to say this, or no, you're too light to feel this way, and too light to feel this way, and not dark and not dark enough or black enough to say nigga.
Yeah, but what I was saying,
so that's right there. That's a definition or a showing of colorism.
No, but what I was saying is Logic.
Hold on. Is it not a showing of it?
But that you but you're talking about Charlamagne toward Logic. I'm talking about
no. Her question from the beginning was, if someone is mixed, they feel they don't belong.
Right? Is that colorism? That's what she asked. And I said, no, it's identity. They're dealing with colorism. You gave an example of a person giving him colorism.
No.
You didn't talk about how
Logic says it many times about that. Listen to his music. He talks about it all the time.
He has a song like he's kind of chanting about being black.
But does he
and
hate
white.
black people who are lighter? Who? Logic.
No.
We can't be lighter than him.
He's saying it on his end where he has gotten it. That it's colorism though. If you get it, it's still colorism.
He might have an issue. He might have an issue with darker people.
What she was saying is a person how they feel towards themselves.
You back?
Hope you don't need that.
But
I'm good.
how they feel about themselves goes back on how the community treats them.
Okay, hold on.
That's an identity issue. He's not saying he's less black because he's lighter. He's not saying that.
I think
he's saying he's experiencing it.
No,
I think he's implementing colorism right now as we speak.
The black community treats him that way.
Yeah,
right. That's colorism.
That's what I was asking.
So when
I thought she was saying was how he feels toward himself.
Yeah.
Is that colorism?
No, well,
and I was saying that was an identity issue.
You're right. Hold on. He's right. You're right on that. But the identity issue could stem from the colorism.
Yes.
Right. So we have to take that into consideration in the conversation.
You're absolutely right. That's why when you said Charlamagne was saying that to him, I said that 100% was colorism on Charlamagne's part.
Yeah.
And then I was saying, how does that? But that doesn't mean that Logic towards himself have an identity issue equals colorism.
No. That's not true.
C-Stick didn't say who he wanted.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but this colorism thing, I feel like it's like
underspoken. I feel not given enough attention.
No, it's not given enough attention. But at the same time, I feel like that when it took whatever turn it just took, I feel like it happened in more in the recent time where it's become so aggressive. Like this is exploding almost in the black community. And I always say I hate how much we destroy ourselves or judge or attack us, but we'll forgive the one who's done us wrong, which would be like in history has been white.
Yeah.
But we forgive that. Perfect example is the both of them. What was his name? Botham.
Botham.
The poor guy
John.
Gene. Yeah.
He forgave like the family, all that hugging up on this chick who murdered. Yeah. The brother hugged the cop, the white cop, while the black bailiff was rubbing her hair, and the black judge hugged her. If you tell me it's the other way around.
Did the judge give her a Bible?
and gave her a Bible. But still, I'm just saying, like even then, that shows the forgiveness of the other, but we won't do it on our own. But we're quick to knock our own people down.
Like you pointed out something that's a big thing.
Tell me what I pointed out.
Well, you didn't say it, but you brought it up.
Yeah.
Everything right now is what side are you on?
It is.
Everything.
It's very tribal.
And that's the issue.
Yeah.
It's what side are you on?
Red.
Oh, are you on the light skin side? Are you on the dark skin side? And I mean, because it's
the agave one.
That's the bad one. That's the anise one.
I mean,
Anus.
I mean,
say it right.
I don't know what my shot glass is.
We've always said it. People always just like in the black community. You can't trust light skinned people. Like that's but that was a joke. But now it's real.
Yep.
Now it's he's light skinned, so he's less black. It's like no, the lashings came for his ancestors too.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's a paper bag test.
Yeah. What?
Yes, I told you. I told you about this. Do you know it, or do you want me to tell it?
So there was a article on.
Derek, you made me look cool earlier, but now you're like.
Where is
this?
You
right now?
Yeah. Thank you. The nccj.org.
Yes.
So basically, there's a paper bag test. In the 19th and 20th century, the paper bag test was often utilized in black spaces and in hiring of black people.
Hold on, Fisher was doing this? Like someone was...
Yes.
No, this
Listen,
go ahead,
if someone was
Why?
the same color as or lighter skin than a paper bag, they would be allowed into the space or considered for hire. If they were any darker than the paper bag, they would not.
So it also went with buying houses and claiming to be somebody like a slave owner's kid.
It happened with slaves too. Yeah. It says slaves with lighter skin were assigned to domestic tasks.
We knew that. That's an in-house nigga.
Where darker skin were forced to work in the field.
Field nigga.
Yeah.
We got 3 field niggas over here.
Light-skinned slaves were favored because they were often the product of a slave owner raping a slave, thus creating a lighter-skinned child.
Yeah. Hold on. Often. Okay. It's fair. Cause like sometimes motherfuckers fell in love.
Yep.
But it's usually that little white boy who's like,
But even if the fucked up thing is, even if they were like actually in love with their slave, they still had to claim that they raped them.
Yeah.
No, they had to, yeah. Because technically there's a power structure.
Could you imagine being the slave owner who actually fell in love with...
It says...
No. Someone that wasn't considered the same species as you?
But no, even then, you would have to think, though. Even, like, let's say he honestly found her ridiculously beautiful, thought she was the one for him. And he tried to approach her on a respectful way or whatever. That shift or dynamic of power or control in itself, like if she said no, now she might get lashings,
right,
or whatever. She don't know.
Right. So she, in her head, she has to say.
What was that movie we watched?
Still rape?
It was so fucking good. The chick from Black Panther is in it. 13 Years a Slave.
Hold on.
Have y'all watched that?
Can y'all answer that real quick though?
I saw it once.
Answer that real quick. So in that situation,
he was free
where she doesn't want to.
I was more so talking about when the girl got cut in the face because she was a pretty black girl who the husband, like, he liked her, like he favored her.
Didn't the wife cut her?
I cut her in the face.
Okay, yeah, I saw the movie. Yeah.
But yo,
hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. So in that situation, like you said, though, the slave master actually likes her, right? The slave doesn't want to have sex with him. It does. Anyways, right? Is that a rape child? Yeah.
The slave doesn't want to have sex, but does it anyways.
But does it because?
That's rape.
Just because she didn't say no, doesn't mean that she.
Well, I think when you introduce such a difference of power,
right?
That kind of insists or what's the word? Like insinuates rape, because that's why sometimes this Me Too thing I kind of be on the fence. Because I was like,
you have to.
Yeah, because you went to the hotel room.
No, because sometimes motherfuckers be like, suck my dick in my office.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
do that. Yes, we both did it.
But that's what I'm saying. You have the dynamic of power, but there's also that opportunity or chance of walking away.
Yeah.
You can go find a job somewhere else, kind of deal. But in slavery and things like that, you didn't have that.
I get what you mean, but sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
I get it.
You can't walk away and have the same lifestyle. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but
but
we have to take in consideration. Like for me, every time when we talk about like the struggle or whatever, I'm doing my best to base it off of motherfuckers that didn't have the choice.
Right.
So when we talk about all these other things like the Me Too thing, like it's different if the motherfucker held you down. Mm-hmm. But if the dude insisted like, oh, maybe you just like come over here and blah blah blah, and you're like, I'm not comfortable with it, and he say it again, and then this time you're like, oh, I'm not comfortable. And he's like, well, if you want the job or whatever.
I'll give
Now at this point, doesn't it come down to your integrity?
I'm pretty sure.
You can't walk away.
I'm pretty sure y'all guys.
If you want the job and it's a good paying job.
No,
like
don't
for her.
Time out. I don't want you to mistake me picking or saying like, it's easy as walking away.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm saying in the sense like, because if you want to break it down, like, of course, if it's a good paying job, you should never have to. You shouldn't have to face that at all.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah.
I'm saying though, like you do, and in theory, sorry, I didn't even spit everywhere. In theory, you have the choice. Oh man, I need this job, but I'm not sucking no one's dick. I'm walking away. Where back in the day,
let me ask you
they
this.
didn't have that choice.
Well, there's a person
that's what I mean.
Like what you're saying. There's a person I could drop their name. I just rather not. But this is a Harvey Weinstein case, and
they're famous. Who gives a fuck? No, I'm kidding.
She was talking about Harvey Weinstein being a rapist before all of this.
He's a raper.
Nobody listened to her. She couldn't get her acting career died because of that man.
Yo, producer, what are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
Are you producing?
You looking up?
I hope you're
She's full of shit. I hear her.
You looking up Derek's ampertine porn too?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This better be in the next podcast.
On that note.
I just found this and it was very
Okay,
true.
Richard Sherman.
Oh yeah. Take it away, Bronna.
Oh, Richard Sherman.
Okay, so basically Richard Sherman paid $27,000 and paid all the kids' lunch debt.
But all what kids?
In school.
What state?
What school?
Where?
San Francisco. His place probably.
But because I heard it was like almost like a district.
I mean, this is
wasn't just one.
$27,000.
I would like to know where so we can.
It was a bunch of students. It's in the thousands of how many students he helped.
Middle school students who were having trouble. He recently donated over $27,000 to West Coast schools.
In general.
Oh wow.
West Coast schools. That's like a whole side. But
so
it's like a bunch of students that it helped out.
The middle school in Santa Clara, California, was $7,491.
But why?
Oh, it doesn't tell me.
It doesn't make sense, bro.
And then there was another one that was.
No, why is the debt so high? We could fucking pay for fucking inmates.
Yep.
That do wrong. You broke a law.
How many wars are we going on?
And
20,
you get
now?
3 square meals.
$20,000 to the Tacoma, Washington public school system.
Wow.
$27,000 in just lunch.
That's ridiculous. Wow.
How much do inmates pay?
Not a damn dime.
No, that's not even, we can always bring it up to the inmates. That's fine, but 50% of our taxes in general just go to our army. Like, we don't need to be in all these wars. We don't need to be in all these wars.
When shit go down, I want the motherfuckers to fight.
No, but inmates, that's the problem. They're not here. When shit goes down, you want them
that's
here,
different.
Oh, shit, I
didn't even scratch that.
But
that's the problem with America. We think with the army,
committed
the
a crime.
world's army.
No, I agree.
They get 3 square meals.
I agree, but the majority of the money that we're talking about isn't with the inmates.
Hold on, but on her
I'm saying
her point is that's where some money is going. That shows that we are spending resources on people that already made their decision and fucked up.
Right.
Now you're saying the army thing, where you got I mean 50% or whatever taxes. That's a lot of money, but that's not what she's saying. Mm-hmm. What she's saying and what so in this conversation, we're in her realm now because she's talking. These inmates are getting 3 square meals a day. I don't know how many fucking things of clothes on their back.
So
some of these people now we're talking rapists, we're talking murderers, we're talking pedophiles, we're talking some people who are in there for like light drug charges or whatever. It's still the same thing. You broke the law. Motherfuckers who repeated and got in trouble because of probation and things like that. So we got to take them all into consideration, but all of them at one point did break some sort of a rule. Mm-hmm. These kids haven't done anything wrong.
But go to school.
They're doing the right thing.
Okay, so the inmate thing doesn't change anything because they still have to eat. These people still have to eat.
Okay, but these kids are going to pay to eat.
No.
I'm sorry.
I get what she's saying when she says the inmates thing. We're putting money into these people,
so they deserve a burger night.
These are adults.
What I'm asking you though, right? So change it. So what do you do to the inmates?
Give the niggas slop.
You make the inmates pay.
So you know how the inmates work.
The kids don't have to.
We already know.
What are they?
But the inmates don't have money. We already know they can't pay.
They do labor. The slave shit that they be doing.
No.
Yeah, but they get 7 cents on the fucking hour.
Canteen.
Okay, but
true. But that's not worth anything. That canteen's what, a few bucks.
No, canteen. The family's giving them money. All right, time out. We're overtalking each other.
But
you're right.
Canteen.
Right.
Do you know what that is?
It's their books.
So, do you know what that is, though?
Yeah, that's the money.
So, when you have money on your books, what can you go do with that?
You can buy like soups. You can buy cigarettes.
Candy.
I don't even know if they can buy cigarettes now.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. They actually have the thing. You press the button and it like sucks the.
Right.
smoke.
Right. I don't.
I'm sorry. I'm struggling.
Shit for that.
Asshole. No, but so what? I mean, bringing up canteen, yeah, that's cool, but like not everybody can get canteen.
Right.
But so I agree, everybody they should get fed every day. They should get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but breakfast should be everything should be by the bulk. So it should be maybe eggs and oatmeal. I know you ate something.
All right.
Your lunch should be a cheese sandwich because that's what the fuck you're giving these kids.
Granola. No, they're getting
No, they
crackers.
get-
Not anymore.
Yeah,
No,
they get
it's-
crackers.
It's way less.
It's
That's
less
it?
than that,
Now they're
man.
getting like 3 crackers and maybe water. Depends on the school.
Yo, we fucking up, bro.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about
Yeah,
this
do you
shit.
guys remember we went
I
to
didn't even
school,
know that
we
was
could-
a
we
thing.
could tell them what kind of sandwich we wanted.
Yeah.
You could like, we
And
had
the fact-
burgers,
I'm sorry.
pizza, everything.
Like, think
bro.
about- hold
Like,
on.
But the fact that
Think
that
about
years
think about
ago.
the parents like that go to work and do 40 hours plus a week and still can't fucking afford to pay for that half paid lunch or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they call it.
Do
You want
go
a
to lunch?
no? I'm saying you pay $1.25, $1.50,
It's more,
It's more
now.
than that.
whatever it is now.
It's
I'm
like
just
$3
saying like
now.
the parent that can't afford to do that because in
Yeah.
general.
How much is it?
It's like some places it's $3, man.
Let's-
Yeah, that's
Let's
true.
see
It
for
is like
max.
$3. Like now they got the card that you put like a prepaid card and swipe.
I heard about
So
that.
now the child decides when they can eat and when they can't eat.
No,
I guess.
but now it's attached to their ID, so now they know.
Yeah.
Like there's no losing your. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything's in the system under your name.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up that it's a law that adults have to eat, but not kids.
And the kids are there for 8+ hours and
But
supposed to be able to focus and learn.
But think about it. It's designed that way, right? So these kids
Hold
don't.
on, I'm sorry. So you don't agree with the whole prison thing that you said?
No, I agree. It's just if you bring it up, you have to give a solution. You can't just say.
No.
what to
She
do?
don't, that's the thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
When we're having a conversation, you don't have to have the solution.
I mean,
we're just talking.
So, but the issue is, right? You brought up a problem,
Yep.
and you said
No.
another problem, but
Yeah.
there's no
No, no.
solution there. So now we
Time
got
out.
2 problems.
In the middle of a conversation, if you bring up a comparison, that does
250.
show, huh?
$250 for a meal. Elementary's
That's crazy,
$275.
bro. Imagine someone got 3 kids.
It's ridiculous.
Imagine someone got 3 kids.
Wow.
That's 3
Yeah.
kids that ain't gonna eat for the day.
That's what 750 times 7
That's
a week.
That's
30.
five.
No,
like
but
5 days, 5 days a
that's
week,
per
yeah.
meal.
That's
So they
what-
have to pay breakfast and lunch.
Oh wow.
Well, with the new bill that they're gonna be throwing, no, I'm just kidding. No, but I find it to be kind of on the bullshit side that you don't like. I get what you're saying. Like there should be somewhat of a solution brought up to the table or points to back up what you're saying. At the same time, I don't know if you were saying that you don't agree with the fact that these inmates are getting 3 square meals, but these kids aren't getting.
Oh
it
no.
while
I'm not saying
So
that at
what
all.
was your?
My thing is, right? The children need
Mhm.
absolutely to eat
Mhm.
completely.
Yeah.
We all agree on this.
Mhm.
The inmates, they have to eat. I'm not saying that they get the luxuries of hamburgers and shit.
Yeah.
They have to eat.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
why I
have
said
to,
by the
not
bulk.
need.
So
See, this
yeah,
is-
but you gave a solution. You see what I'm saying? By the bulk is a solution.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
No,
quality of what
I
they're
get that,
eating.
but she was just bringing up the point that the inmates get this, and
Yeah,
you
she
said
brought a solution,
you said
that's why
they
you
have to
said-
eat. What's the problem? Like I get
Right,
you.
they have
You're-
to eat.
You're right.
So give me another solution.
Okay,
besides
but hold on,
That's
hold
why
on.
you
Guys
say-
are-
that's why
Okay,
you say
but you're saying the inmates have to eat, but these kids have to eat.
I-
Nobody's
yes.
fighting for them.
And they didn't do nothing wrong. They didn't learn. They're the next people.
I disagree.
to be running.
But this
I'm
is
saying
this is why.
I was. We are all agreeing that these children have to
You
eat.
just said you disagree.
I disagree that no one's fighting for them. Everyone at this
Oh.
table was saying that we think it's bullshit that these kids aren't eating. No one here said that it was okay.
Okay, just because we don't say it doesn't mean that people are fighting for them.
Yeah, I'm
because
saying in, like,
in
the
our
grand scheme.
legislation, this shit needs to be written down that these kids, however the fuck, need to be swung. Because we can cut back on the military payments or whatever the fuck, like you said. We can cut back on this fucking infrastructure of the cities then.
Yeah.
Because what's more important is that these kids who got to go spend damn near 8 hours in school
And now
are fed.
And now they want to extend
You're right.
school days.
Even more so. Even then, like, I don't give a fuck if they're in there only for 4 hours. Feed my fucking kid while they're there.
Yeah.
If I send them lunch or snacks, they should be able to eat it in class then.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, you only can eat in the cafeteria. Well, the cafeteria only gives me 3 fucking crackers and a water.
Yeah. That's bullshit. And I swear, if this ever, because
I'll spit in someone's hair.
Nope.
I'm just kidding.
The day that Kaylee goes to school and she calls us.
Don't make it personal.
No, but I'm saying.
Don't make it personal, please.
But it is personal.
But it is
But there's a
personal.
lot of all right. There's a lot of kids.
It's very personal.
For defending a daughter.
Like
I tried. I'm going down.
I'm just saying, like, so. I had something I forgot.
Come on.
I mean, how do you?
I don't give a fuck.
How do you hit
If
a
somebody,
story
if
and not
Katie,
put
Kaylee
your
calls me,
family in it?
Say again?
How do you not?
If-
How do you hit a
I'm
story
telling
and
you,
not put your family?
if Kaylee
Because
calls me,
at this point right now, my daughter's not in school. Like we have to worry about it. Now here's the thing.
It's gonna get worse.
No. Time out.
Hold on.
You guys gotta realize this is something that I struggle with on the daily with motherfuckers not eating. Like,
It's your job.
I'm weak. It's a weak point of mine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, and I feel like shit when it be like, that's literally like probably my argument is that the people who've done wrong get fed,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
but these kids or these fucking
Oh.
people who didn't have a
Got it.
chance that are out in the street in the fucking winter time,
Freezing
It's
to death.
freezing,
Listen.
and most of the time they're fucking
We
ex-military.
get fined for feeding
Listen.
them.
they freeze.
What?
You didn't
It's
know that?
strategic.
You didn't know that?
We
You
get
get
fined for feeding the homeless.
Yep.
Oh, I'll take that fine.
I'll take that fine,
but-
got in
Fine,
trouble
but-
in front of me for giving this guy. I was giving like a joint whenever I passed by him.
I saw that one
This
time.
guy got in trouble
Mm.
because he gave him McDonald's.
Yeah.
Rather than
So
giving
you
him
know why though?
Yeah, I know the bullshit answer. We don't know if they have a food allergy. That's
No.
what they said. No, that's the
Yeah.
argument.
Okay, that could be the argument, but at the same time, you don't know if motherfuckers are gonna poison the food, things like that, which makes sense. But you gotta, like, people in general, we gotta start thinking like the kindness rather than the negative.
Yeah.
We keep thinking the negative, all that shit. How
No,
many?
but everyone's
when
so
was the last?
scared.
When was the last time you heard of school shooting?
Yeah.
Like more recent than the last time you heard about a grant?
Yeah.
The more recent than you heard about someone getting a 4.0 GPA in high school?
Yeah.
More recent than the last time you heard someone doing good and getting
Yeah.
all Ivy League
But
schools
it's-
asking for them to come?
It's
You see what I'm saying?
It's
Like, we don't see that
strategic.
shit.
It's strategic with this lunch thing, right?
Go ahead.
Because they don't feed these kids.
Go ahead.
These kids end up needing. They're starving.
Mhm.
Their mom don't got money.
Go ahead.
They go on the streets and now they're in jail. It's all psycho.
Huh?
Yeah,
she's right.
because
Oh, because the kids don't end up going to school because they're hungry, so they could probably eat if they're
Yeah.
out of school. Gotcha.
Yo, remember one time we was walking to school and the truant officer stopped us?
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, why aren't you in school? We're going there now.
I'm like, bro, it's not even
It's like,
8 o'clock,
We're
bro.
walking to school now.
You been drinking?
But like, he's a truant officer. His job is to trouble these kids.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, you know what
they
I
know
mean?
that they're making money off of the school system. What's the lady's name who was like, yeah, we're going to lock up moms for their kids being truant? She's running for president.
Oh. She's Democrat?
Who? What's her name?
I think it's
Is it the Harris chick?
Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. Oh,
She's the one who's trying to extend fucking school days from 8 to 6
Yo,
p.m.
Yo, but
Girl, bye. I want to spend time with my kid.
I get you, but wait, 6 to 8?
8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, okay.
And wants to be able to arrest you or Brianna for not letting her go to school that day.
It's a difference though. Like
No.
if she missed a couple days, that's could be sick. We have things we just couldn't
She
get her
does-
there.
She's my
But
kid.
but if we're talking
No.
if we're talking missing weeks
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever,
different.
that's different. I had friends in school that same thing. It was like it was they'd walk to school when they could, or the parent couldn't make it, like help them get there or whatever, and like sometimes that shit just happens.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like it should happen
There's
as
a,
often,
There's
but
a line there's a line to how far the
I'm
government
an
should be
asshole.
able to step in
Yeah.
when it comes to someone else. When
Yeah.
it comes to people's kids.
Yeah.
I think just
Especially
sure,
like there has
if I want
to
to
be
beat my kid, I should
Now they're
no,
saying
but there
I
has
think
to,
time is just
I
more
don't know where it is.
sensitive now.
there has to be times
It's
no,
Yeah,
where
on the
it
top
was
of
a
the
money
bottom.
move. Let's be real.
Yeah, of course, but
there
like
has to be times where people let their kids stay home because it's too cold outside and they can't drive them,
that's
but
bullshit.
they're gonna get penalized for that shit.
That's
Or maybe I
bullshit.
just didn't want
Me
my kid
and
to go
Derek
to
used
school
walk
that day.
in blizzards.
Yo, time out. But
blizzards.
that's fine.
Knee high snow.
Yeah, but I
Fuck
understand
that.
what she's
Maybe
saying.
you just
We
said-
should have transportation.
Today you're not coming
Yeah.
in. Today you're not going in. I decided that.
As a parent, you should be able to do that. Simple as that.
Yeah.
It could be a nice fucking summer day, and you're like, you know what? We're going somewhere. You're not going to school.
Yep.
But that's
And
why
it
we
could-
had to walk through
yeah.
school.
But
snow.
there's a
Because
lot
they
of
couldn't
there's a
keep
lot
us
of
home.
kids who have all these mental health issues now because you can't. I don't feel right. I'm not sick. I just don't feel right. No, you have to go to school. They're gonna call me.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, all right, you stay home. We take that day to ourselves. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a lot of parents are focused on the number of absences and the number of this, that shit shouldn't matter. Like if they're passing and they're doing their shit,
just like anything in
they
life,
can skip a day. They need
just like anything in life, you do what's best for you and your family.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I get like the whole, you know, they need to be in school to learn, but to penalize them where they fail if it's after 3 absences or something, that's bullshit.
Right.
I just think someone like that shouldn't get an executive order. If you're telling me that you're gonna put someone in jail for like 20 days because their kid was truant,
yeah, crazy.
You don't deserve
So what I will say,
it's better. See, like, was it Switzerland that had this? Like,
you get paid for your kid's grades.
Yeah, you get paid when your kids are doing good. But like, let's say like when they have like what we had at MCAS, like those standardized tests.
Yeah.
If your kid did it wrong, you got fined. You're getting fined with the money that the school gave you when your kid was behaving.
Move the OBS and see if it's behind.
You see what I'm saying? Like when your kid was doing.
It's not there at all.
What's wrong?
No.
When your kid was behaving, they paying you. Your kid might fuck up on a standardized testing, right? Mm-hmm. But at least you have the money because the state gave you the money to pay your fine. So now your kid can take the standardized test again and hopefully pass this time. That's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're paying the parents for your kids to go to school. You're paying for their education. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't write. But text him and see what he said. Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to Richard Sherman for that shit. Like I appreciate that personally.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I, even like, you know, removing me being a chef or whatever. I don't know if that's part of why I feel so passionately about feeding people, but it's a thing that I struggle with on the daily.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing that I know that.
Question?
What's up?
As a chef, how much food do you guys dispose of a day?
Shit. So here's the thing. So I've sat down and had conversations with higher ups at my job, and it's surprising the response that I got. And some of these guys were talking to make 6 figures, shit like that. These motherfuckers are paid, and they're like, Derek, you really don't think we would want to feed the locals? You really don't think we want to feed the kids and people that we see around all the time? I know, so one is like an executive. He's like, I know kids by their names. You don't think I want to bring them in and sit them down and feed them for free? He's like, you know, there's times like Thanksgiving and things like that where I can do that, but any given day of the year, I can't. He's like, you know, here's what happened. Here's what happened. My job, we used to at the end of the day, because you know we feed like all the employees. Like, so at the end of the day for the cafeteria, they would take the remaining food and they would put it on like hot plates and put it in the lobby and put it out by security. And whoever is around, be it homeless or maybe a guest, could stop by, grab some food, and it would say, you know, grab for you kind of deal, like grab enough for you. And like now we still do cookies, so you know we make sure we keep cookies full. Come get a cookie or two and go ahead. But when we were doing full meals and stuff, where you could come get some vegetables, a starch, and a protein, they were eating, and then a guy who was like homeless or he in the middle of jobs or something, the motherfucker tried to sue and said he got food poisoning and got sick from the job.
You told me the story.
So they had to now at this point it's corporate. They got to cover themselves.
Liability.
Yeah. So when a corporation or someone try and do good and try and help the locals, and someone want to be greedy of some sort.
People just have
no, that's me. That's me assuming that the motherfucker was on a come up rather than worried about
getting his next.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
He got sick while he was driving his Bentley back home to his mansion.
The guy I was talking to, I can't say his name, but the guy I was talking to also said, like, you know, he remembers times where he'd be down there and like speaking to people as they grab their plates and stuff. You know, he's like, you know, not to judge them, but I could tell if they were homeless or not. You know, when they come in, I'd give them a toothbrush and some toothpaste or something as well. You know, I was like, you know, I appreciate it. I never knew these stories. I just know, you know, I only see the food we toss. Yeah. I mean, yes, sometimes it's like lobster or some fucking prime rib or whatever the fuck it is, but still, we're scrapping it.
Throwing it.
And he's like, you don't think like it we already zero out. We got our money. We made our money from the party. So all this other stuff is just excess. You know, so like obviously he's like, I'd love to be able to give it to him, but I can't do it because if something come up, then it's me. You know what I mean? And you know, for me, it's like it just takes the one person to try and or ruin it all, you know. And you know, when I sat down and talked to these people, because I was kind of doing it more on the adamant, a little aggressive side, right. And it just you know, same answer from like 3 or 4 people. You know, it was like we used to do this, we were able to, and then you know whatever came from it
for everybody.
Yeah. So We're gonna knock this shot down to Richard Sherman in appreciation of his kind donation.
100% on board with that one.
Yeah. And then you'll lead into the next one at the bottom. At the bottom.
Brianna or me?
I don't know.
The last one?
Yeah.
That's Brianna's, I think.
Yeah, I think Brianna brought that up. I got the hiccup like a motherfucker.
Oh, do it now?
Let's do this first.
Yeah, Brianna, you heard him. Brianna, you heard him. I don't know why you acted like you didn't. She's like, you want me to do the topic now?
I'm like
No.
already like.
Let's
Just
drink
remember.
this.
Just remember.
Wait,
You had one.
The
She
topic
had
doesn't
one
start
drink.
until you take your shot.
Yep.
You know what? Cool.
Yep.
Y'all take it first.
Down. No, we gotta say a centro, motherfucker.
I'd rather drink Jaeger.
Straight.
Yeah.
I'd rather drink the straight.
I
You'll never get me the Jaeger. Yeah.
bad.
He's bugging.
fucking hate this.
Yo, what we say? What do we say? Arriba, abajo, el centro, motherfucker.
I can't do this. I can't.
Mm.
Oh,
No.
this is a bad one.
No.
No.
You just gotta breathe through it.
No.
Don't look at my reaction.
Just breathe, baby.
Don't go off of my reaction. Shit.
I really want to get into this next one, Brown.
I just
So
want to go home. Fuck.
I can't.
you gotta.
I can't.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere after this, so you're good. You can drink. We're already home. Oh, shiver.
See?
What? What are you doing? You're drinking.
Dirk got the whole. Oh.
I got that like, you know that.
Yeah,
I need
man.
a chaser. Shit.
Ah, shit.
You don't want a beer?
No.
You don't want a beer?
I need something strong.
Alright.
He wants a beer.
My stomach hurts, guys.
Fuck.
Sure, help
I'm a
yourself
little
to my Jack
bitch.
Daniels. I think I only got one. Oh no, I'm good. You chill. Why are you
Damn.
drinking that JMO? That shit's good.
The who?
I sipped that shit.
What is it?
The JMO? Jameson?
Oh.
That's the one you got me.
Yeah, I just want a shot, bro.
Go ahead.
How bad is it?
It's not bad at all. But you know, I like liquor.
No,
so-
it wasn't bad. Mm-mm. I think I just got like caught on the gland and then my nipple got hard.
Oh, we got one more of this shit.
Hi,
too.
sugar. What's that?
Stay right there. Stay right there.
You can show
What
us
do you
right
mean?
there. What is it? Yeah, put it down. She's good.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Santa.
What did you clap for? Knock it down, bro. She all I did it.
I was looking for a cup.
Go on, Brianna. I did it.
All right. You know what? All right.
We should just like have a camera shot on her whenever she guys do her shots.
No, I can't.
I got another camera we could throw in here. We can do actually multiple angles and shit.
Come on, avocado.
Avocado.
How are we gonna
Why are you calling me
Avocado. The chair
No,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I can set it. I'll set it up next time.
No,
Have
we're good.
camera
We're good. We don't
overhead
need to.
Where y'all battle.
Can you just do it? Right
No,
Just
go.
take the shot.
I
You was
can't.
right there.
Brianna, come on. Let's go to
You
the
was
next one.
there.
Brianna, you still got one more.
No, you gotta take it, man.
Brianna,
Come
you
on.
still got one more. Stop
Come
saying
on.
yourself out.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
She's so scared.
Go.
Oh,
She drank the chaser
God.
first. Oh shit.
Oh.
Pussy. You drink fucking.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll do it right now.
Open it right now. Ready?
Stop drinking the chaser
Better not be
first.
a bomb, Kaylee.
A chaser's supposed to go after.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness, Vince. This guy.
Oh,
Gecko.
first one was better.
I thought that one was easier. I thought that one was easier.
Shit.
Um,
Nice.
you see, this is why I always say I need a drinking buddy because
Oh.
she can't drink, can't hang, bro.
I'm down to drink anything with you besides tequila.
You live an hour away.
Nice, thank you. Nothing, right?
Nope, she's good.
Back up,
Kaylee,
back
back
up,
up.
back up. Go ahead.
go play, bye.
Go play.
Kaylee, we got a few more minutes.
That's
Then we're
not
going
wrong.
out.
Almost done,
A few
Kaylee.
more minutes, my ass. So Brandon, what's that other one we're gonna piggyback right into?
All right. What?
Because I don't know about it.
So wait, it's not like a thing yet, but
No,
they were
toss me one of
talking
those,
about. They were talking about trying to put breakfast during school hours
Thank you.
instead of before the bell. I think it was in. I think it was somebody's like campaign. That's something that they were trying to do during campaign.
Yeah. Okay. Which is what?
They're trying to build
Who?
breakfast
So
time.
we can put
I
light
don't
on that
know who.
person. That's important.
Let's see.
I'm not shooting into the mic. I'll tell you that right now.
Because everybody should be saying that right now. If you're running for my vote, shit. Feed these kids.
Yeah. I don't know who.
Everyone's talking about how bad our education system is. Well, like, give me solutions. I think
Yeah.
if they went to class not hungry, they'd have something less to focus on. You know what I mean? Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who. It's in somebody's campaign that they wanted to put breakfast during school hours instead of before the bell, which is, hypothetically speaking, sounds great.
Hypothetically, no, that's perfect.
Ideally.
Okay, yes. I mean,
that's what I meant. Ideally, like, is it gonna happen? Probably not.
I mean, realistically, no. Not even like, let's just be honest. How many times have you skipped breakfast because you were going to be late for school, and then you make it to school and you miss breakfast, so you have to wait till lunch? That's like, that happened to me at least once a week. More than that, I was lucky if I made it to breakfast.
But even the kids who take buses and stuff, it's not their fault that they're late.
Right.
But they miss breakfast.
Shit, I used to wake up at 5:30 for school so I could have breakfast.
It should be during school hours.
What the fuck is that? That's not being a kid. Shit. That's having a shift at work.
No, they're trying to teach y'all real quick.
Oh, you want to
try? Yeah, well,
what I'm talking about?
Teach you what?
Yeah.
They're trying to teach us real quick that life is harsh.
You're not gonna eat. Fuck you.
That's the only thing they teach you.
You don't make it. You gotta starve until 12 o'clock. Or whatever. 11:15.
So did you guys hear about what happened in Mexico?
No. What happened in Mexico?
No.
Elaborate.
They told the mayor.
Oh yes, I have heard.
They told the mayor, we need these streets to be fixed, and the mayor didn't listen.
So they showed him.
So they tied a rope around his foot and dragged him down the street so he can see what needs to be fixed.
You see that pothole? You felt it, right, bitch?
He survived, but he was fucked up at the end of that ride.
But the streets look immaculate.
I bet
Jesus.
We gonna do that. We gotta take the motherfucker throughout Chelsea, Winthrop, Revere. He gonna feel it all.
Winthrop's not bad.
Not too bad.
It's not great either.
When you first go into Winthrop by that Revere, the back end.
Oh yeah, it's not bad.
Derek got that. No, he knows exactly what spot he's talking about because it fucked up his car. And he's
I
trying to
drive
tell
there.
Them things be fucking me up.
Every
Your car
week.
says
You
higher.
drive there in
Brianna.
a cop car.
Every week.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell you. Listen, that spot, that one spot. You
That
know,
shit
which
ain't
one.
no good.
Keeps
When I be
fucking up
seeing,
my
when I
axle.
be seeing my other bitch.
Why are you in Winthrop?
See my other bitch. One way in, one way out.
Bitch, when were you in Winthrop?
None of your
He
business.
just told you when he was.
I
seeing
told her you should better watch that bitch word.
I mean, bitch, like you
Like
know,
friend?
like,
Not a thing.
you know
And
how-
those
you know
weren't
how
for
you
you.
say-
Those weren't for you.
Okay, and
She's over here passing them out.
Who-
She
who-
literally ate the
fucking
fucking
bag.
no, I gave some to him. I gave some to him.
Nuh-uh. Derek gave me the one.
She literally just gave 5.
I had 2
Oh my
at
God.
best.
You don't want them shits. Get out of here. No, she's gonna try to pass the blame on us. She knew she ate all them shits.
Damn it, I should have kept it. That's
No,
what
you
tell
not-
him.
Don't be a.
Don't be a thought, James. Don't be a thought.
I'm not a thought. I'm a real. I happen. A bunch of bitches. I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay. It's different. He's a guy.
That's different.
What?
Yeah. When it comes to men, niggas
Fucking
bitches too.
blasphemy.
Yeah. No. Stop. She's using blasphemy so wrong all the time.
Corey, what you eating over there, huh?
Mind your business.
All right then.
So
He swallowed
Yeah,
that
but-
shit so fast.
Let's talk about it real quick. The Colin Kaepernick thing.
Is this from the draft? The thing he's doing?
yeah.
Oh, is this the
You back?
results? Is this the results from it?
Yo, give me your gun.
Oh,
The last
fuck.
one.
Nah, Derek's trying to make sure he's gonna have fun tonight.
What does that mean? I don't know.
He's gonna be teasing
Shut
her.
up. Don't talk like that.
Gladly. I'll
Derek,
gladly
you
shut
remember
up.
last time on her birthday?
I'll rape you.
Her birthday.
Yeah, when she dropped down the bottle, the fucking.
Yo.
That's how it did, right?
Oh my God.
That's how it did. It literally
Listen,
said,
listen.
It
This,
literally did that.
this
You
was,
are my business right now.
Oh
this
shit.
is messed up, bro. Let me tell you this, man.
Oh my God! Don't listen to them.
No, because it was the last shot of Jack. I'm sitting there already dealing with friends of ours, right? And I was like, damn, bro, like we need to just keep this like vibe going. So I need more booze.
I was drunk.
Last shot of Jack Daniels of the night, and that shit was literally like kind of like between us, like me and Brianna, but we were like
Yeah.
kind of like this. But I was on the end of the
You're
table.
touching me.
And she's talking, and you can see she's talking like this, bada 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 bada, motherfucker, right? And she knocks the fucking last shot of Jack Daniels over
Finish that.
with her opposite hand.
Oh, that's good. So she gets more.
Gonna get more, yeah. She knocks it over with the opposite hand, so she's talking with this one and knock it over with this one.
Yeah, it made no sense.
I saved the video, so maybe I'll post it online and I'll let you guys know.
not.
I will.
So
No.
You
It's
drunk
a
ass.
good video.
So
Dude,
Derek-
That's a party vibe.
It's like
What
classic.
what I'm hearing is she didn't want you to have fun, so she was like,
Literally.
she was like,
While I'm sitting there
fuck
entertaining.
Derek's night.
While I'm literally sitting there entertaining the people like that was there and shit.
malicious. You seen in their eyes?
It's just wrong. It was just wrong.
I didn't even know what happened until like 3.5 seconds after.
Derek, did she look at you and was like, she's like, fuck this.
No. She looked at us like, I fucked up.
I literally looked at Derek
She had
like,
a register and she was like,
oh shit.
oh no.
That's enough. Yeah, that's way more than enough. Oh,
They had no, Derek. Oh, you forced it.
What you mean? It was already there.
No, it wasn't. His is gonna be like a tiny ass shot.
What you mean?
Brianna, yours isn't that bad. Compared to mine, you're not.
Look, he even finished the bottle.
Oh.
Oh wow.
And
Tiny
he shook
ass
it out.
shot.
And he shook it out.
Oh, that's foul.
That's what she said. It was gonna be a tiny ass shot. You got way
That's
less
her
than anybody
because
else at this table.
My arms are long, but they're not
No,
that
I
long.
didn't. My glasses.
Oh,
bigger.
shut up! Quit your bitching.
Make me.
Bitch, you're quitting.
You know you can get fined for calling people bitches, so stop being a bitch.
Nope, they didn't pass.
That's not passed yet.
They didn't pass.
God, can we vote? Do we get to vote on that?
No, see that's the problem.
This is gonna be on the
That's the
2020
problem.
ballot.
That's gonna have 0 votes for. It's
The
gonna be all
problem
nays.
is, the problem is,
I'm gonna write in, bitch.
No, bitch.
yo, you know what the problem is?
Huh?
The
Bitch,
lawmakers,
you thought.
the lawmakers decide if it passes. We have no say on.
We
a lot
should.
of shit
That's what I'm saying.
like
We
We
should be
need
voting
to be
citywide. But we
more
could do a
active
petition.
on who the fuck gets elected in our states.
that.
That's-
Yes,
yeah, it's a true
yes,
story.
because we don't get votes like that. We only get
Gasbomb.com.
we only get what?
Yup.
A vote every 4 years.
Most people vote for the fucking
Yup,
president.
yup,
No,
yup.
you're not.
You're right,
vote
too.
for your governor. Vote for your
Yup,
mayor,
you're right,
because
you're
those
right.
are the ones who have the
Impact
most say
they impact
on
your
your life.
day to day. Yep. Your president doesn't impact your day to day.
No, they don't.
Your mayors and whatnot, city council and all that, they impact your day to day. They impact your children's lives. That's the stuff we need to be more involved in.
And let them know that their job is because of you.
I got the hiccup. Nah, I don't know about all that.
Not because of what they did, because of you.
If someone
You
came in my
them
face
in.
and was like, I got you in office.
I'm
Like that kind of shit, I'd be like, damn, nigga, like, I know this, but you don't need to throw it in my face.
no,
And
it's,
so
it's
did
true
the
though,
other
because think
votes.
about how many people
Think about
were better qualified and didn't get elected.
how many
In your
people.
head.
Think about how many people like to throw in these cops' faces. You work for me.
Well, that's stupid because the cops don't really their job, their resume.
Not
Gets
about the
them
resume.
hired.
Not
No,
about
no,
the-
no.
I pay if I pay
It's
your
true.
if I pay your check.
Yeah, it's no. What I'm saying is yes, I pay their check, but they didn't get in because of me.
Yeah, talk to the camera too. Don't be looking only at me, please. It was one of those
Like
things
this?
that
Like this?
No, when I was remember we were talking about the thing.
Was one of the things you
The
told me
thing.
about.
Oh, that thing about
What the
it.
thing? What the thing?
But no, like with cops is kind of different. Yes, you pay the taxes that keep them employed, but their resume and the work they did got them hired.
yeah.
Where a governor,
How
they had
how
to
long you
talk you into voting for them.
150.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that you work for me thing. Yeah, technically teachers work for you too, if they do a public school.
Yeah, we know that.
So like, do you tell the teachers that?
Yeah.
Listen, you work for me.
Who the
My
No,
kids,
no.
who the
that's what
fuck
I'm-
do you
look,
know
listen.
tells a teacher that I pay your
No, what I'm saying is,
I pay your
what
check.
I'm saying that's something that could be used. So like when my kid isn't learning and my kid is telling me, yo, my teacher just sits there and sits at the desk. I'm not paying you to do that. I'm paying you
Okay,
to teach my
Corey.
kid. I get what
Yes,
you're saying.
it can be used, but you know exactly who people use that against. It's not teachers.
Nobody.
It's
no,
it's
nobody
law
uses it
enforcement.
against- yeah, nobody
It's
uses
law
it against
enforcement that they use
teachers,
that
But I'm just saying,
argument against.
what I was saying was it very much could be used and should be used. It definitely should be used
Yeah.
these days.
A lot of these teacher stuff.
Fuck that. Your government officials get paid because of you.
Yes,
I mean, and also the bribes they do behind doors.
but not only government officials get elected because of you. They get paid for their bribes.
yeah, okay, yeah, yes. Yo, these shots aren't gonna take themselves, guys.
Corey, give me a second to recuperate.
You did.
No, I did not.
Oh, you did.
I had to taste
You
tequila.
remember
You
playing
don't
like that
understand.
in the water? You stupid. I used to joke like that.
Oh, when the water's too hot.
Hanging on that shit.
I don't even gotta read it. The water was hot.
Yeah, that's not what I said, but yeah, but I don't know about throwing the whole like I got you in office thing. I know it's true and they know it's true as well, but like throwing that in their face doesn't. I don't know if that does anybody any good.
I think you're right.
What part?
No, you're right. Throwing it in their face doesn't. No,
Yeah,
use
I
your
get what
vote
you're saying.
wisely.
Yes. And at the same time, though, with it being already stated or known that you got them in office, you should be able to bring whatever issues to them.
Absolutely.
And they should take it more than just, I heard this today. No, let me think about it and how can I eventually start to try and tackle this problem, right?
Wait, what I was
Why
saying was
doesn't
I
Flint
hate
have
that
clean
argument.
water
Yo,
yet?
vote Derek.
That's what I
City
know.
Council.
Derek,
Why
what I was
doesn't
saying was
Flint
I
have
hate
clean
that
water
argument
yet?
because this is a non-argument.
Yeah.
I pay your check. Yeah, bitch, but I still get paid.
Yep.
I'm not changing anything.
I
because
still
of you.
get paid. That's cool.
If you move out of the city or whatever, I'm still getting paid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now take this ticket. Shut the fuck up, because you're talking to a cop. I bet you.
Okay, so now what happens when you're the elected official and they drag you down the street?
Brown.
Oh man, see,
The
but Mexico got
Washington?
different rules though.
It could be next week.
No, I don't know.
Like that's not like
What do you mean? We can talk about it. It don't matter.
when we're talking about Mexico, you got to realize we're talking about like a whole different like
I mean, it's really
kind.
quick.
I don't want to say like time period, but it kind of is a different like completely different time period and the way they behave, act, the laws.
Wow.
Did
you read that?
But no, because their circumstances are totally different.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So so with us, like, even though our government sucks, we still got a government to rely on.
Yeah.
In Mexico, the government fucking works for the cartels.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta act different.
true.
You gotta act.
Yo, what about the cartel killing those fucking Amish people or the Mormons?
How about the?
Did you hear about that shit?
How about the cartel making them fuck the military release El Chapo's son?
I know.
That was crazy.
What
bro.
had happened, right? Hold on, because if y'all motherfuckers are here, these motherfuckers went wild, wild west out there and shot up the cop that made the arrest
Like, it's different
in the middle of the city.
and that's what I'm saying.
Statement.
I didn't want to say it, but you just said what I was talking about. It's like the Wild West. It's a totally different like time period. Like, yeah, they're in 2019, but like
Yeah.
the way they have to live, it's everybody for their own. The sense of community, it's like, yeah, I love my neighbor, but I'm not gonna stand up for them when I see this fucking drug dealer take their daughter out.
It was delicious,
was
but
it
it was
good?
yucky and bitter.
Stay there.
Are you done with it? Yeah. Okay, we got a couple more minutes and we're done, okay? So go watch Bororo and then we'll come out there.
Go watch Boruto.
No, time
Yeah,
out.
that's what I
No, time out. Don't make anybody watch Boruto. That show sucks.
Um,
I heard that.
so, yeah, the cartel ain't nothing to fuck with.
Like Wu-Tang?
No,
No,
don't do
worse
that.
than that.
Don't
Alright.
do that.
The Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing.
So-
Wu-Tang really ain't nothing to fuck with, but the cartel is really nothing to fuck with.
This was
No, crush that beehive on. I'm sorry to say it.
at November 26th.
On?
On November 26th.
You heard her at.
A Washington mother.
7
Wait,
o'clock.
what time is it?
I watched it.
26.
A Washington mother killed by her estranged husband while sitting in a minivan with her 3 children.
Whoa, what?
So,
Damn, my face all twisted up.
so
I'm like,
she she had a restraining order against her estranged husband for domestic violence, abuse, and all that stuff. She went to move with her mom. Yeah, something like that. She went to move with her mom. She was bringing her kids to school, so she was at the elementary school. And he came up. The mom, the sister, and the 3 kids were in the car, and he shot through the front windshield and killed her.
while the kids are in the backseat?
While the kids in the backseat.
So he's shooting. Oh, no, it's not shooting in the front. The
Are-
windshield.
are-
That's not the windshield. That's the window.
That's
No,
the window.
you
It
don't
might
see
have
a
went
bullet-
that way.
No, he shot
There's
this
3.
way.
Look,
No,
it's
That's
3.
the exit.
There's
That's the
3.
exit.
The outside is the exit.
The exit wound is the driver's side.
Right.
Yes.
The window.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he shot angled.
he
Yes.
shot angled.
Oh, okay. But even then, you still
Are these his
He
kids?
said he then
think so.
shot himself after a police chase.
So your kids got no parents.
Oh wait, okay. She was shot 3 times.
Dang.
Expected to survive.
Good shit.
Thank God.
The children weren't hurt. After the shooting, a short pursuit happened, and then he killed himself.
Man, fuck
Did-
that nigga.
did
I
she
hope
die?
She survives. I hope she
Did she
survives,
pass away?
and he has to watch
no.
her celebrate her
He
life.
killed himself.
Wait.
He
No.
shot himself. He killed
Yeah,
himself.
from the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's
Huh?
his fucking
She
hell.
died.
She passed.
Her
Damn.
mother was in the passenger seat, and she got shot 3 times, but she survived. Mother's kids died.
Damn.
Oh.
The kid's mother.
Yep.
kid's
So,
mother, yeah.
so the
Yeah,
grandma
you
lived.
had
The
2
grandmother
shots.
lived. Yeah.
Fuck.
You had 2 shots. You just said that shit all fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you said-
grandmother.
You
That's not what you
No,
said.
that's not what you said.
Fuck that part.
Saying now,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the grandmother.
You see how she wanted to switch it? Fuck.
The grandmother got shot 3 times, survived.
Yep.
Their mother died.
Whose mother?
I was.
The kids, 3
I
kids'
was
mother.
so
So the
happy
guy's wife.
The guy's
And you
wife.
took her from me, Brianna.
Estranged wife.
Okay.
Yes.
He's estranged.
Yeah,
They're
I
they're
don't
both
know.
estranged to each other at that point.
Brianna took my happy moment for a second. She took
Why?
it away because at one point you made it seem like the estranged wife survived,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and I was
And
celebrating
her name was not.
that this motherfucker had to watch her celebrate her life from the afterlife.
You said her name was what?
That's what
Not.
I
And
thought her
then you
name
took
was
it from
that.
me.
It
Her
wasn't.
name is not.
On
Heard her say
November,
that.
so on November 7th.
Yeah. Like KNOT?
Shut up.
Oh.
On November 7th, he was arrested for stalking her. He put a GPS tracker on her car.
Just let
Damn.
it.
He got
I
released.
don't
He got
understand.
released on bail
Mhm.
on November 15th,
So from the 7th
and
to the
he
15th.
rejected their request for electronic monitoring.
That kind of shit don't even surprise me.
You
Wait a
can- you-
second. He
whoa,
rejected the request.
You could
Nah, I
choose?
want this.
I don't
I know you could choose.
I knew a nigga that put a fucking like
Oh,
tracker on his girl's
James is feeling
phone.
nice. He's saying nigga and shit.
Ooh.
I
Right,
see
right,
him
right.
all the time. Yeah, he knows him.
We heard that? I know this
Somebody
nigga.
knows. Usually it's like I read an article.
No.
The N word.
No, because I tried to talk him out of this shit. He's like, I'm putting a tracker on her phone. I'm like, that's not a good
That's
look.
not a good idea. Nah,
That's not
fuck
a
that.
good
I'm
look.
doing this
He
shit.
That
shot
wasn't
through
me,
the
right?
windshield
Huh?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
wasn't me.
and then
No.
shot through the driver's side. That's how he hit the mom.
That just
the
so
grandmother.
he's going
Grandma.
this way.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Okay.
So he already shot mom
Yeah,
and then shot grandma.
yeah. Okay. We need to end on a lighter note. So let's talk about Myles Garrett hitting motherfucker in. No, I'm kidding.
How about the Mr. Rogers movie? Anybody want to go see that?
I do. I absolutely
You-
am willing to
mommy,
pay
open
money
it.
to see that.
Open it. Go ahead. Bye. Thank you. We're leaving. We're finishing now.
Yeah, I want to see the Mr. Rogers movie.
I'll pay to see that.
Yeah, it looks good.
Frozen 2.
Yeah,
No, I won't pay
I'm
to see
seeing
that.
that
I'll
for
see
me. I'm seeing that for me.
I'll see it free, but like I'm not paying
I
for
think
it.
I think honestly,
I got Disney Plus. It'll be there soon.
a Robin Williams documentary needs to come out. There was something.
I don't know if I'm willing to.
There
I'm
was
ready
just
to
something
cry though.
like you know, like they always like, oh, you know, John Benet Ramsey was America's daughter, this American sweetheart, and all that stuff. I feel like he was.
No,
Find that
see,
positive
because the
art.
scary thing
American
about
legend
Robin
himself.
Williams is how he passed was through depression. So I don't want that light to be shed. Like I don't know if I'm ready for that to be shown to me.
Well, but that's what I would like to know. What causes depression?
But
Like,
I mean, like
life?
Robin Williams through his movies, and that's the only way I know him, was a happy person, and I don't want to see that he wasn't. This person I thought was happy all the time was miserable. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah, that's why it was so surprising.
That's why
like,
Anthony Bourdain makes me so sad. Like, because I knew him on the top of the world. Every freaking show I saw him when he's talking about his daughter and wife.
Yeah.
Like he had just had a daughter, not like for like a few years, like at a older part of his life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is good. This is
He was an
cute.
older man and had a daughter, and then and it wasn't enough to like keep him on this planet.
Yeah.
That hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you see his show, you go, "Oh man, this is a man living life." I don't really know if I'm ready to see behind the veil and see how miserable and sad this man was.
Yeah, but nobody.
Yo, if
really
one person
knew
try
that,
to drink
though.
them shits, you'd be fucked up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I think so.
Hell yeah.
I think so. You trying to drink all three of them?
Oh,
Hell
it's because
yeah.
tequila goes
Bro,
straight.
one
Like
bottle-
No. I was saying one bottle.
One
we
bottle.
would split
Yeah,
that among
bro.
4 people, and it's good shot size shots.
Yeah,
Tequila
one
just-
bottle's fucking you up.
Tequila just fucks people's
For
lives
sure.
up. Period.
Yeah.
Just,
For
Yeah.
sure.
look, it's tequila, Hennessy.
So go ahead, Brandon.
Tequila breaks up relationships. Hennessy
but
makes
stay there.
mistakes happen. You see?
Hold on, I shared this meme.
Still love you,
I
kids,
shared this meme. It said that
ahead,
dark
Mom.
liquor and some attitude will get your ass fucked up. I was like, if that shit ain't me.
Okay, but I got caught up in this depression conversation. Let's go back to the topic. Miles.
We're gonna close out.
We're not really going to Miles.
Oh, okay.
Are we?
Well,
We can.
that was an older one, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
well, the news just came out.
Oh, that I was right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
About
We
what?
didn't talk about
Me
that.
being right. Okay, so everybody knows the story about Miles Garrett, right?
I do not. That's
Miles
not-
Garrett
the
is
one
the DB from the Browns, yeah. And he hit the quarterback from the Steelers with his own
Oh,
helmet.
with the helmet, yeah. I
Okay,
remember that.
so
Was that helmet out?
coming out behind after the fact of the investigation and talking to the liaison of the NFL, Miles Garrett threw out a thing where he said that Mason Rudolph threw out a racial slur,
Right.
which what's the word I'm looking at?
Impacted.
Antagonized.
Antagonized or
Okay.
caused him to react how he did. Now, what you do, you cannot get mad at the reaction.
No, of course not.
Ever. You cannot get mad at the reaction. If you do something or make a decision, the reaction is based off of what you did.
Adult decisions have
Exactly.
adult consequences. I
Okay.
always say that.
Yep. So Miles Garrett went and swung the helmet or whatever.
You're talking about if I say something, the way you react, I can't get mad at. That's what you're saying.
You kind of got to deal with it.
No. Because
yes,
the fine, and I'm saying the people giving him the fine. Are you talking about them as well?
No,
I think they should be looked at as a different.
No, there's consequences for what you do.
Okay,
but
continue.
I'm just saying, like between you and I, if we're having the issue.
I'm like, you a bitch,
and then
I
react.
All right, I'll show you a bitch.
Yep. And then I got to deal with whatever the fuck happened because what I did.
The reason I got slapped was because I said there was a bitch.
Exactly.
That's on me.
Because mama ain't raised no bitch. But
that's debatable.
Yeah, you're right, Marcus. But with that all being said, Miles Garrett said that, and a lot of people try to brush it under the rug, saying like that was a cover up. That's his way of trying not to get in trouble. Come to find out,
I was one of those people.
This dude was put even the team that he is on now in the hot seat, and said, "I told my coach, I told the owner, I told the liaison for our team." And they all told me, the media is not the way to do it. You're not going to tell the media. Wait until you're hearing, and then you'll tell it to the NFL, and then they'll take care of it where it doesn't make it into the news. Yeah. So you are protecting the face of an organization.
Right.
Their quarterback.
Because the NFL now, obviously, they're in damage control.
Being looked at as racist, which we already know it is.
97% of the player base of the NFL is a minority. Mm-hmm. Black, Spanish, Asian, whatever.
But how many people own it?
Why you gotta ruin Why you fucking up my run?
Because
this motherfucker's fucking up my run.
Yo, go ahead and produce.
Can I say it? You know what? Can I articulate it the way I was going?
I'm sorry, Derek. Teach me. I'm sorry.
Jesus, it's not about teaching. Clearly, you on the same vibe, but you fucking up my run. Hold on, mama.
Leave it to Derek to make about himself.
I started talking about it. Shit. So the team. So not like 96-97% of the league itself is not is of minority base, right? Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about a majority of that minority is black. How many black owners are in the NFL? How many black owners own a team?
Not one.
Wait.
0.
No, wait, I was gonna ask you. That's basketball thing. Diddy owns one of the teams.
Nope. Diddy went to go and try and buy the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
And the NFL told him no.
I think the only sport with a black owner is the NBA. And they got rid of him.
No,
right, JC?
No, he didn't get rid of him. He stopped doing it because he owns an agency or something, so he can't double dip. Right. But I think there's an owner in baseball too.
Really?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy that when we talk about the player base, how strongly. Or how many of them are minority, and there's not one black owner. You got owners that are Spanish. I get you that. You got one that's Arabic of some sort or something like that. And we don't have one black owner. But you got guys who are, I'm not picking nobody out. I'm just using them as an example. Jerry Jones is old as dirt. You don't think that he has whatever thoughts and beliefs and already got this is my mindset, is how it is with these people? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and then they have these owner meetings and stuff, so he might influence the newer guys or younger guys, and this is the way we do this over here.
And there could be clauses, when we talk about property, like selling your house, there are clauses in property like, you can only sell to white. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't think there's the same thing like?
No, that's not a thing no more.
Listen, America.
No, they definitely are.
America.
No. Now they can't say. They can't openly say. You don't sell to white.
Yeah.
Openly.
Now it's like I'm the owner. I decide to sell to whoever.
Yes.
Listen, openly, America will always
before they can put that
to make new slaves. That's what America does.
Of course.
New slaves, and everyone always goes. Slaves didn't get paid. These guys make millions of dollars. Yeah, but slaves also didn't have freedoms.
Yo, is the newest slaves?
Time out. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell that I would ever say anything about a basketball player or athlete of any sort being a slave. Only because coming from where they came from, most of them, and ending up where they are now, is night and day. And time out. There's a difference between being a slave and having guidelines of your job.
Yeah, because for the most part, they can retire and be on the good side.
What I'm saying is
they don't have to work for that.
But it's a new type of slavery.
Well, I think most of the music,
because they have to give up. They have to give up their voice. You already said
not at all.
The guy couldn't.
No. They insisted that. Just like LeBron spoke on the China thing, and shouldn't have. He spoke on it and got backlash.
What did he say?
It doesn't matter. He still talked about it.
From what I heard,
I don't remember what he said.
He didn't say anything. He said, "I don't."
No, he said that an owner needed to do more research or something before he started talking on something, and he gave his
deeper than
he gave
China,
his politically safe answer.
Right.
Now hold on. If you want to start saying like it's a slavery thing, it's different. When, like you said, like slaves didn't make money. These motherfuckers are getting life-changing money every year.
I think it's more so the music industry.
So with that comes different things. Just like I feel personally that these guys should be trained media-wise.
Yes.
I feel like the owners and the NFL should be putting them in these classes that teach you need to carry yourself this way. You shouldn't be in a club if you see certain things going on. Because now you're jeopardizing my asset. Because I am an owner, I am an organization.
Or your own likeness.
Your safety.
But these guys are also looked at as assets. They're not looked at as people. They're looked at as commodities.
Okay, and also same thing as lawyers. Lawyers are looked at as assets, just like a doctor is looked at as an asset. Just like a chef is looked at as an asset. When you have a skill, you are looked at as an asset because you bring something specific to the table.
And you speak
we
for
also
time
out because we also have established before that these when they're kids they don't get paid for what they do. These people want these athletes to stay in line. Okay. Shut up and dribble. It happens all the time. We hear it.
Even Tommy Lauren.
That was a newscaster.
Yes. Okay, cool. It was a newscaster, but it's definitely there. What? It's there. That's the higher up.
Okay.
That's their
Time
culture.
out.
That's the culture of the owners. I'm not talking about the players.
Oh, that's fine. Hold on. That's fine. The mindset and all that is fine because just like if I don't like my job right now, I can go find somewhere else to work. And time out. You can say they shouldn't have to. Just like a woman shouldn't have to think, because I go back to your crib, we smashing.
I wasn't saying that. I was thinking about how much of their education they gave up to focus on it.
At that point, that is the decision they had made, right?
All right.
Just like at that point, you choose to stay in a situation or not. You made some money, go retire and go fucking live a decent life. Go if you don't like it, move on. Simple as that. You cannot say like a motherfucker like LeBron, Durant, or whoever the fuck. You can even go like a lower like a second tier or third tier player.
Even Matt Barnes.
These people got to a platform or a social standard or standing where they can support themselves and their families and things like that through their skill or trait that they had. When it comes to that, now I need you to hire me. So as the asset, because I know, just like look at LeBron, perfect example. He knows it's more than basketball for him at this point in his career, right? So now he's doing his production company. Now he's doing all this. This is all shit off the court.
That's why I said Matt Barnes.
So when you say things like, "Oh, it's a slavery thing," no, it's a slavery mentality on their part, because you can go and do more. Because once you get to that platform or that level, you can start to get more from it.
Cool.
Now,
I don't know.
Now looking at it as if I'm the business guy, I'm looking for who can help me get as far as I need to get or where I want to get as an organization.
For cheapest. Does it matter?
No. Because if I'm trying to win, I know it comes with money. I know I got to pay.
Who installed the slavery mentality into them? Someone had to make that.
That was
You said that they have a slavery mentality. And I agree.
Now, who does?
The player. You said it's on them that they have a slavery mentality.
Watching 70s and 80s basketball.
Right? So what's slavery mentality?
Yeah,
it's not a matter of. We can have slavery mentality.
We do.
I'm not saying it's the standard of what. I'm not saying it's the amount of money or whatever you're making.
In you. That's what I'm asking you. Who installed
not installed because sometimes it just comes about because when you're like, sometimes it takes that outside thought process or whatever on your own. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so this time's like now, where I'm like, damn, I was thinking like, damn, I got to do this. But if I did this different way, now it's all in my hand. You know what I mean? That don't mean I got slave mentality. Or that don't mean like I had the slave mentality, but I was working for someone instead of myself, right? It's not a slave mentality. That just means I was doing what they needed me to do, rather than me doing for me.
But you said that they have a slave mentality.
The slave mentality in the sense that like, just like if you talk about a hood nigga, right? They're like, oh, I got to do this, that, and the third because I ain't gonna make no money no other way. So you stuck in that hood nigga mentality,
right?
Where it's like, if you try to move up out of the hood, then they're like, oh, you trying to be white, or you trying to be soft, or some shit, or fake. Why is that a thing? because you put yourself in the hood nigga mentality.
Yeah, you can't do better.
So with the slavery mentality and all, like if someone's like, "Oh, I'm working for a white man," you chose to think like that.
That's fine.
No,
yeah,
you working
it's
for
fine.
a business
yeah.
owner. This
yeah.
guy owns a business.
It's
now,
fine.
I cannot speak on the owner himself. Maybe the motherfucker grew up with some racist ass parents or somebody like that. But for these athletes, if you want to see it that way, then you gonna live that way.
But hold on a second.
But I was never saying that the athletes see themselves as slaves. I'm talking about the owners.
The
no,
owners
because
see him as an
owners get
asset.
fucked. The owners get fucked when they think like that. What was the niggas on the Clippers' name?
Yeah, Donald Sterling.
No, he got caught speaking.
No,
his
and
thoughts.
even then, he didn't say that slavery wise. He said
Nah,
something
he
about,
was
"Oh,
like,
why
yo,
you
don't-
messing with the black man?"
Yeah,
like,
the black
but-
people there
no,
in my face.
And
Why you
I
fuck
was
with
like,
us?
"What the fuck?" Hold on, I gotta talk about what you were just saying though. With these owners, if they really see them as slaves, they wouldn't be offering the money they're offering.
Yeah.
So like, because clearly, I see the skill set you have. I see what you can bring and offer my team. So let me get you. I want to get the best. If I see you as the best,
That's what the slave owners were
but
doing.
no,
they would get the
James-
best
they
slaves.
just get them.
James, that's more.
But what I'm saying is right now, the money isn't like that's what I said at first. The issue with this new slave mentality, like the new slave thing, isn't the money. It's the freedoms. Be quiet, stay in line, don't bring light on us.
But is that slavery?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because you
Because
still
if
lost
you
your
don't-
freedoms.
Yeah.
No, time out.
Yeah.
There's a difference between losing your freedoms and the requirements of a job.
You can say as much as they let you.
I can
No,
see-
no, you
I
can
can
say
see that argument.
You say as
You
much.
signed a
that-
contract to
James,
say I agree.
James, right now,
You
right?
can say as much as they let you.
See,
No.
Yes,
No.
they
That's a
let
freedom.
you.
Not at all.
Colin Kaepernick is proof.
Nope.
Nah.
No, Colin Kaepernick is different because Colin Kaepernick was bringing light to a situation like through social injustice, right? Now,
His
the
contract
NFL,
was over.
the NFL never had anything in place that said you could not do that. I will agree with the point that the way that the owners or whoever handled it was wrong, but when they made it a code of conduct, now when you sign your contract and agree, you didn't waive a right. You just said, "All right, I see this now required of my job." Just like if I have to wear white shoes at work. When I sign it, I agree. Okay,
Yes.
I will wear white shoes.
But okay, so what you're
Not-
telling me
yeah,
is the
it's not
contract
loss of
has you
freedom.
giving up a freedom.
Not at all.
That's not
I
a
am
loss of-
agreeing to
Hold
do
on.
something.
Hold on,
No.
James, if you have
It's the
Taylor,
freedom
hold
of
on.
speech. You were literally talking about the freedom of speech right now. He said, "I see a problem. Let me bring light to it." So he spoke. Even if it wasn't through his words, it's through his actions. He spoke.
So
That's
here's where
freedom of
I
speech.
would say that
And
it's
they got
not.
backlash for it, so they
But-
wrote it in their contract
100% he got
that
backlash.
you can't say it.
100% he got backlash, but they did not take take it away from him. They said you can do it. You cannot do it on the field. It went from being able to do it on the sideline, and then it went from being able to do it in the tunnel,
What are you doing?
and then it went from being able to do it in the locker room. So you still could do it.
We just
Hold
don't
on,
want to
Mama.
see it.
As an organization, we want to portray it this way.
Right.
That's not slavery.
That's exactly.
That is a business. If I'm paying you, you work for me.
a business.
So yeah, you
And
you
yes,
mirror me.
it is a business.
Uh-huh.
But what I'm saying is this business right now is in the line of taking away people's
Okay.
freedoms.
Okay, we're saying the same thing. Okay,
But they're
that's fine.
so we're saying the same thing. You're right. They're taking away their freedoms and and have a slave mentality for these players. That's
All
what
right,
I'm
I have a
saying.
question.
How-
Are they the legal property of? Are the
No.
people the legal property of the team?
No.
Actually,
I think so.
yes,
No.
they,
Because
that's why they're allowed to put them in video games.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When they
Yeah, they
filmed,
are.
they said this is an
Yeah, they
NFL.
are.
That is
Yeah.
through the
I'm
NBA or
agreeing with you.
NFL. That's the organization. But you got to remember, it's different when you are signing in an agreement. You're saying, I see the rule and I agree to abide by it.
Yeah.
If you did not agree to abide by it, you would not sign the fucking contract. Therefore, you would not be in a slave mentality.
All right.
Well,
so
we're looking. You're
so
only
you're
looking
saying
at it-
because they signed this one little document
James,
that it's okay for their freedoms to be taken away.
here's the thing. Your freedom to be taken away is different than you agreeing. If you sign the contract and then they're like, no, you can't do that. Now that's taking
Yeah.
away the freedom. But and it will say it was nowhere in the
And
contract.
that happens all the time too.
Yeah, if the contract said you're
It
not.
it
So-
happens
Where?
what do you mean where? People get in trouble all the time for saying some shit.
Like what?
Like the kid who just lost all his shit for talking about being on China. About the China thing. It might not be
Yeah.
on the same field as like football.
So same thing,
but-
same situation. I'll talk to you about this because that's Blizzard. Blizzard is a company. The company ran that tournament.
We got to end this soon.
On that
We got to end this soon so they can feed us gliders.
so the company that ran the tournament their big market is China.
Mm-hmm.
When you agree to participate in that tournament, and they say we're gonna pay you this if you win or whatever, same thing. It's not that you're getting deprived of your rights or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You agreed to abide by whatever the rules are to be standard. Just like if you were to agree in the tournament that okay, we're running doubles, not triples.
Right.
I agreed to that.
Right.
So I know I'm playing with 3. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Or if like the NFL, a perfect example is that the NFL says that you cannot judge or talk about the referees in a negative light, even if you know they're wrong. That you can't do it. Players still do it, and they get fined.
Yeah.
So your rights aren't taken away. You can still do it, but there is a repercussion or a consequence of that. There's a whole difference between slavery and 100% not being able to do it because the consequence is most likely a beating or death, and we're just gonna take a little bit off the top.
I think more so.
I get what you're saying.
If you want to talk about slave mentality in any industry, I would think honestly it's the music industry.
I think that's more likely to be what we would see similarities because with the music industry, a lot of the times they're not getting paid what the numbers say,
and they sing about that shit.
Yeah, but okay, so we're all talking about owners of these things, right?
Yes.
We're not talking about the
time
players,
out,
and we're not talking about
those signed.
the
Who
people
signed?
right? Okay.
We're talking about
time out.
Just making sure.
No, we weren't. We were talking.
I was always talking about the
I
owners.
was talking about the owner.
James, you were just literally bringing up LeBron and players like that.
These are people who were talking and got in trouble.
Because
That's why
of
I
the
brought
owners.
them up.
Because he was talking
Who
about
put them in trouble?
So who had the slave mentality? The owners or
The
players?
owners.
1 second.
The
Did we
owners.
not? Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
You guys just keep going in circles.
Yeah, we was talking about the owners.
Okay.
He was talking.
Okay. Let's knock down this last shot for slavery.
What?
Not for slavery. Never mind. I was wrong.
What? Huh?
Yeah. Let's just knock it down for another successful podcast and having a good run so far.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Where's the last one? Where's
Neither
the last
do
one?
I, but we're still gonna have him.
Yeah. I'm going out. So let's go.
I don't want to.
He didn't ask.
Come
you to go
on.
out. He said you were staying home already. He established that.
You crimp.
James Michael, shut up.
You crimping your hair?
Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead.
Cheers to the podcast. Woo.
You're welcome.
I really don't know if I can do this.
This is not bad. That's the easiest one of all of them.
No, it's not.
Fucking Derek.
No, you'll be fine.
You guys suck.
I shook my head. No, you'll be fine.
I'm like, what are you
Why are
lying
you
for?
elbowing me so rude? Damn.
You're fucking lying for?
I think I'm
That
bruised.
was easy.
I got a bruise. All right, so we'll end this podcast when Brianna takes her shot.
All right, I'm hurrying up.
We're waiting. She is hurrying
So
up,
gross.
guys, but we're still waiting.
Don't psych yourself. Just go for it.
Oh!
Shut up, Corey.
Yo, that shit tastes like cigarettes at the end, bro. It was so fucking bad. I can't believe you really just took it.
Just says like an ashtray.
It did right at
That
the
shit
end.
was
It fucking
terrible.
tastes like an
That
ashtray.
shit is terrible.
That's so bad.
That shit is terrible.
Y'all should have fucking listened to me. I told you to save that. Do that one first. Should have saved the white for last.
This has been another installment of the With All Disrespect podcast. We hope to see you guys next week. We probably will be running 2 episodes. Hopefully, if everything works out the way we have planned. I would like to start doing more than 1 episode a week. If that's just me sitting here talking shit, it might have to come to that. But we will be doing more content, having it out there for you guys. Yeah. But with that being said, thank you. We appreciate you all for stopping in. Thank you for the questions and all that. Hope to see you next week.
We out, bitches.